Indians definitely have something to say after that game last year. You got a lot of returners from that team, and especially with the new head coach, you're wanting to make a statement.
A good chunk of yardage here from the 41 up until the 36, so a pick up of 5.
Yeah, again, I think it's just that line right now. It has Chesterton a little bit on their heels.
Well, these first plays are usually always scripted, right? So trying to just get some momentum going on your side. Here's the snap to Miles White, who runs ahead and is down at the 36. So third down coming up here.
Defensive coordinator from Chesterton, Coach Chestovich, long-time coach, ex-head coach around the region a little bit. So he'll get that line figured out.
Third down and 5 coming up here. Tatum back in the backfield all alone. Low snap. Tucks and runs, and he is met early and taken down very early in the backfield. Number 90 for Chesterton. Christian Melton in on the tackle on that one.
That was a nice tackle. I think that low snap kind of messed up the timing.
So 2 yards on the play. So 41 yards already for Tatum here as it goes up to the 34-yard. They're trying to get to the 31. They're going to maybe go for it here on fourth down with White with the ball, and he gets taken down in the backfield. Bradley Robinson in on the tackle, so the ball will be staying right there on they mark it back at the 36-yard line. So a loss of 2.
Yeah, you can't hesitate there. You only need about 2 or 3 yards, but Chesterton just receivers.
So Tice Custy, 6'1", 185-pound senior, finished the year 6th in the Newland Conference in passing yards back in 2025. He'll fake it on the first play, looking down the near sideline for Connolly, and a leaping catch made across the 45. Kingston Connolly silencing any early doubters on this wide receiver room.
Yeah,
that's good for 27.
And Tice Custy stood in there and took a big hit right as he released the ball. Fluttered just a little bit, but Connolly getting some good separation there on the pass, on the reception. Boy, Connolly just with some extra speed out there.
From the 47 now, it'll be Gurnick, or check that shut rather, on the first play of the game. And he's gobbled up by a whole pack of Red Devils. No gain on the play.
Yeah, nice job right there by the Red Devils coming up and making the big hit. Just swarming to the ball. Not only one guy hitting them, but 3 or 4 guys. Good stop on first down for the Red Devils.
Second down and 10 from the 47. Shutt still the featured tailback. They go 12 on second and 10, and he gets the call running left side. Good block from Molaski as he gets around the edge to midfield before he's dropped there after a 3-yard gain.
Yeah, it looked like Jerome Cannon on the tackle right there now. Third down and a big conversion play for the Bulldogs. Looks like it's going to be third down and about 7.
This Crown Point offense, one of the few areas they struggled last year, 33% on third down conversions in 2025.
But I think we were talking about just before the game started, how many times did the punter actually punt? 12, 14, something like that?
Play fake underneath, and that one's deflected. Nice job there by John Judd. He batted that pass down, and there's a fourth down. So right away we'll see a decision here from Coach Buzia.
Coach Buzia isn't even hesitating. He's keeping the offense out there. So fourth down and about 7 yards here, just right at midfield.
This is the definition of putting the trust in the offense.
Yes, it is, early on. Oh, big play here. Let's see what they do.
They go empty and 5 wide.
It's going to be a quick punt.
And it will be a pooch kick there from Custy. He'll drive it back. And that one not touched, and now it is by Cameron LeBlanc, and he is taken down at the 7-yard line. So out comes the Lowell offense. And we were told pregame that the starter tonight is going to be Gavin Gutierrez, the senior who will make his first career snap at quarterback. We'll obviously wait to see if the news is official or not.
Yeah, he's 0 for 1 in passing last year. Played some wide receiver, so he knows where the spots are to throw the ball. And then you got Timothy James, 153 carries, 1,303 yards, and 19 TDs.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 7. And it will be Gutierrez out there, but he'll flank out wide. They go Wildcat here on 1st and 10. Timothy James, the 1,300-yard back a year ago. In the shotgun, fakes the pass, calls his own number, and he will pick up exactly 1 yard before Crown Point's front.
It's looking like they're going with a cover 3, potentially cover 4 here with a little cover 3 disguise at Portage.
Daniels out of the gun. They send a man in motion. Joshua Lazenby to the backfield. Play action. Price will keep it, trying to get the edge. He's destroyed on the outside by Reggie Gray. The DB coming up for a huge hit.
That is a big play there by Reggie Gray. I mean, again, he was close to making it to where it'd be an easier 4th down to go for, but it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there and still go for it on 4th and 4, it's looking like. So right here, if I'm Portage, I'm looking out for either a draw or a screen because they're going to try to get something quick, try to catch the defense off guard.
Big moment here in the game. 4th and 5. The Morton Governors keeping the offense out on the field. Cordero Bennett getting motioned over to the right side. Price will look to throw. Swing pass outside to Lazenby, and he stumbles. He can't get back to the line, and Portage takes over on downs.
Big 4th down stop there. And, again, obviously guy tripped a little bit, but either way, there was a group of Portage players there ready to take him down even if he got a couple yards off it. So, good job by the Portage defense coming out, making a statement. First drive of the game. Time to see what the offense can do after their defense gave them good field position.
Bryce Hodges, the new starter for Portage, the sophomore, stands at 6 feet, 175 pounds. We'll see what he's made of. He's got Apollo Gibbs in the backfield with him, and Portage is stacking the line with just 2 receivers lined up to the right side of the formation. And it will be Gibbs for the first carry of the season. He's bouncing it outside. He's close to a 1st down, but there are flags right near the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was a great run by Gibbs. A defensive lineman was in the backfield ready to hit him. He was able to break it, but I think he was able to break it a little bit. Looked like their left guard might have gotten a flag for holding there. So, unfortunately, a 1st down becomes 1st and 20.
So both teams starting off with a penalty on their first play offensively of the season, sort of getting those week 1 jitters out of the way.
Yeah, and that's where I was saying earlier, that it was the nose tackle there that made the play. Antonio McElroy, small guy, but again, if he can shoot the gap and if he's off the ball fast, he can make it a nightmare for the center and guards out there.
1st and 20 from the 36. Portage still stacking the line. Even with them being behind the chains, it will be Gibbs straight between the tackles, and he is wrapped up by a bunch of Governors. It was Malik Candler, the defensive end, who had first contact that time.
Yeah, defensive line got pressure right away. They shot the gaps. They were able to get through the double teams, any of them that had it. That's where this, 3-5-3 defense gets a little interesting because it's going to look like you're bringing pressure a lot, but if you've got 3 guys up front that can get pressure without your linebackers having to come, it makes life a lot easier too.
2nd and 22. Candler, a returning starter from last year. The Governors' leaders in sacks throughout 2025. Swing pass outside is short. Hodges, with his first throw, he was looking for DeMarcus Jenkins, but couldn't quite find him in the flat.
Pressure got there again. There are 3 defensive linemen are getting pressure right away. It looks like they lined up one of their linebackers as a defensive end coming off the edge there. The ball might have been tipped. It looked a little underthrown, but I think one of the defensive players might have gotten a hand on it.
3rd and a mile. 22 yards Portage needs for the first. And somebody moved. It looks like it was Candler. A little jumpy off the edge after getting his first TFL.
Yeah, I mean, definitely had a great play, get a TFL, but then, just making a small mistake like that, it happens. Got to have a goldfish memory out there, move on. Just move on from it. Next play happens. It is what it is. Right now, if you're Portage, I mean, obviously a first down's great, but you're looking at getting a decent punting spot where you can really pin this Hammond team, the Morton Governors, back on their own 10.
3rd and 22 becomes 3rd and 17. 3 receivers to the left side for Portage. Hodges to throw. He has time. Lofts one down the sidelines and in and out of the hands of Keyshawn Brown.
Great coverage there by the DB, and, great effort by Keyshawn Brown. It looks like he was going to come down with it for a second, but DB was able to get a hand up in his face, break up the connection a little bit, make it a little bit harder.
It was Amir Daniels on the coverage. He's the main shutdown DB for these Morton Governors. Had 1 interception last year, and right now he's back to return this punt with the safety, Cordero Bennett, the big receiver for Morton. He plays 2 ways. Both of those guys back to return the upcoming punt from Patrick Jakubiak. Low punt. It'll bounce to Daniels, and he'll let it go. This one rolling well in the favor of Portage. It'll be downed at the 10. We'll step aside for a moment. You've been watching Football Night on the Region Sports Network.
Casey, Eck, and Cash on the defensive front. Irvin, Nugent, Jones, and White in the middle in the linebacker core, along with Tolliver, Miller, and Fecarata in the backfield.
Motion over.
Here's the handoff again and out to the 20-yard line. Starting from the 18-yard line on that return, by the way.
You see Chesterton's got receivers out wide on both sides with trying to spread out Hobart a little bit. But, again, I think Hobart is more dominant in the trenches right now with the experience and the size that they have up front.
Nugent kind of walking off gingerly off the field, which is going to be tough if he is also your kicker today for Hobart as well. Another snap here to Boyd, who flips it to the left side. Pasovic, and he's going to be tackled. No, he stays on his feet up to the 20-yard line before a host of brickies meet him just beyond the 20-yard line and up to the 21, so he's still able to gain a yard. So he's got 18.
I thought the safety did a great job of turning that back toward the middle. He kind of shot the gap and let the pursuit of the Hobart defense catch up.
About 4:20 left to go here in the opening quarter. It's 6-0 Hobart to get things started up here. Week 1 of the high school football season. Absolutely spectacular weather. The skies above. Picture perfect. 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left for Boyd, and we have our first penalty of the game, and I believe it's going to be a false start on, we'll find out officially here. I know we're going to have a delay of game. Delay of game by Chesterton, so their first penalty of the game. So that'll knock them back a little bit here. Knocks them back 5.
Probably looking at a couple of the region all-time best uniforms also, right?
Oh, gosh.
Traditional,
for Hobart, yeah.
Hobart and Chesterton. It's like they went a little more maroon or gold on their. I like the USC look they have there.
Sticking with that Trojan look, I guess. And another penalty here. And that's going to be a false start again, or the false start this time against the Trojans. So back it up to the 11. Another loss of 5 on the play.
Yeah.
And now you're down to 3rd down and 17.
Shooting yourself in the foot.
Well, we talked about this Chesterton team. They are a young team.
Watch double moves. 2 by 2.
2 receivers to each side of Boyd with Pasovic And now the pass out to the left side, and the pass is complete, just shy of the 20-yard line.
Yep. Pretty conservative play early on, as I mentioned. They're going to play it safe here.
Simadai the catch.
Pierce Hobert's going to have really good field position here early on again.
So 9 yards on the reception. First pass completed for Boyd of the day. So 9 yards there for Boyd, and here's the low snap and a chance for a punt, or for a low punt here, and this is going to be taken at the 50, and it's going to take a nice Chesterton roll all the way just shy of the 30-yard line, and we've got a scrum going on at midfield, and everyone's going to go back to their corners, but we've got a little bit of a pushing and shoving, kind of like you and me in the press box, or at least you and me at the buffet table.
Yeah, chasing each other down the hospitality room, but it was clean. I saw it. I was watching. I like it. I like a little hitting.
It's football, right? That's what it's
supposed to be. It's supposed to be a little hitting.
Ordering groceries has never
was Lester Wisby, the defensive back, coming up for the stop. These DBs for Portage have been everywhere earlier.
Yeah, great play there by Lester Wisby. And, I mean, again, it's one of those things, this jet sweep, it may not be working now, but if they keep throwing that motion, you know, even if they're not getting yards out of it, they can move to a play action later down the road, and it's really going to open up a deep pass real fast.
3rd and 10. Price in the gun. Looking to pick up a huge first down and take advantage of that mistake by Portage. Over the middle, it's caught. Matthew Candler still looking for more yardage up near the 40-yard line.
That was a heads-up play there by Price. You know, middle linebacker comes screaming in the middle, through right where the linebacker should have been in coverage. Again, it's a blitz, so you got 5 guys coming. Guys not in zone coverage. You see your man wide open in the middle of the field. It's an easy catch and toss.
18 yards. And Morton across the 50. Price on play action, looking, throwing late and out of bounds. Incomplete.
Yeah, I think he just wanted to get rid of that one there. I mean, it was well over the head of his receiver, and it's a really heads-up play, you know.
From the 43-yard line, and they go back to the pistol here. Gernick, the featured tailback, will get the call, running right up the middle, and he is met there at the 39-yard line. Tackle made there by Van Koistra, the outside linebacker.
Yeah, nice job by that offensive line, just getting a good push, simple dive play right over to right guard. Just get those defensive linemen for the Lowell Red Devils on some skates right there and pick up 5 on the first down.
So 2nd down and 6. They say it was short, just short, apparently. At least they pulled the ball back to the 39. Twins off to the top on the far side of your screen. They motion Gernick that way. They fake the swing. They go to the tunnel screen. And a lot of room for Zylokowski. He is gone. A seismic response from Crown Point. And they're an extra point away from tying the game.
What a great job of Custy giving a little head fake to the trip side to the running back, flaring out to the side, and just hits him on stride right there. Zylokowski.
Game, Lazenby and Walker on either side of the quarterback, Amari Price, and it will be Walker on the sweep to the right, looking to get outside, and he's dragged down by Lester Wisby again.
Lester Wisby has done a really good job on these outside zone jet sweep plays of crashing down to the line and, again, just getting great angles to where running back either has to stop on a dime and cut it back in, or he's got to try to run through him, and Wisby is not making it easy for them out there.
This guy has been everywhere. The junior stands at 6'3", 190, and he is quick, getting to these ball carriers before they can do any damage. 2nd and 10 for Portage, or for Morton, at the 11-yard line. And they're going with 2 running backs again. And Cordero Bennett, he's a good red zone guy. He's alone to the left. Price looking that way. One-on-one coverage for Bennett. And it's knocked away. A great breakup right there by Zy Parker.
Great job by Zy Parker there. He didn't jump too early. Essentially watched the receiver's eyes more than he did his hands, you know, and that's a really heads-up play there by him by being able to break up the catch. You know, like you said, the red zone threat right there. They did the old, Detroit Lions back with Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Just got a big guy on a smaller guy, and you're going to throw it up and see whose guy's going to come down with it. But Zy Parker making a heck of a play there.
3rd and 10. Bennett is off the field right now. A couple of new guys are in, and Morton will talk things over. They take their second timeout of the first quarter, and we'll step aside for a moment. 3rd down coming up next on Football Night in the Region.
Earn while you learn from the best hands in the business. The Bricklayers Allied Craftworkers for Indiana Kentucky Apprenticeship. That's right, this is a paid apprenticeship.
I'm getting an education while learning a trade and getting paid for it.
The thing that surprised me the most.
Support Crown Point Athletics and say, go Bulldogs! Crown Point remains dedicated to preserving history, celebrating everyday life, providing the best in-city services, and encouraging smart growth. Check out classic cars and new autos during the Crown Point Car Cruise. Join us from 4 to 8 p.m. on select Tuesdays through September 29th. The Car Cruise will move on select dates. For a list, visit crownpoint.info/car cruise. And this will be LeBlanc from the end zone, and they're going to flag it there. So it'll be the first touchback, and now not under the shadows of their own goal line. Here comes Gutierrez, and this Lowell offense looking to respond with Timothy James. They have a touchdown, and it's not even their offense who did it.
Well, now the offense has got to punch one in here. They got to.
For a defensive stand in the red zone. Price alone in the backfield. He gets the snap. Portage is after him. He's hit as he throws. Ball up for grabs in the end zone, just out of the reach of Cordero Bennett.
Yeah, I mean, Bennett was pretty open there on essentially an out, not necessarily an out route, but a corner route. I mean, it looked like he was going to be waltzing into the, not necessarily the end zone, but the back of the end zone celebrating. Good job by this Portage defense. Again, they are getting pressure on Amari Price, not making his life easy. They're making him have to throw quicker passes than, the deeper throws that I'm sure he would love to throw out to Bennett. But really, their big hitters have been quick out routes, jet sweeps, and swing passes so far.
They're keeping the offense on the field. 4th and 10 from the 11. Morton looking to put pressure on Portage early. Price with the snap. One-on-one to the back of the end zone. Caught by Amir Daniels for the touchdown.
Good catch there by Daniels. I mean, DB was draped all over him as he was coming down, trying to knock the ball away. But again, that's a good job by Price coming back after getting hit while throwing it and throwing it out of bounds to finding his guy and giving his guy an opportunity to score.
Daniels was the leading receiver last year for Morton, and he starts the scoring here in week 1. Victor Tovar out for the extra point, making his debut as the Morton kicker today. But a gutsy call that time to go for it on 4th and 10.
To his left, throws on the run. He throws it out of bounds. Receiver was in the area, and Schmelter. That's exactly what you were talking about, either connect it or just throw it away.
That was a good job right there. He chose to throw it away, live for another down, punt the ball, let your defense do some work after their second drive.
So Gutierrez starts his varsity career.
Number 51, White Casey, too, another big, stocky guy for the Bricks. They got some size, man. They're going to be tough at the 4A level.
Certainly in the NCC as well, and that's something that they're looking to try to gain a little momentum in. I know Maryville and Andrean playing tonight as well. They're playing over at Andrean tonight. Normally it should have been at Maryville. Boyd looking to throw. Pass complete. Out to the right, out across the 50. Second completion today for Boyd.
Yeah, again, he throws a really nice ball. Give a USC lefty reference, like a little Matt Leinart there, huh?
Carter Lawson in on the catch. First catch for him for the young sophomores. A little junior to sophomore action there as the ball up to the 47-yard line.
Ricky's defense kind of sold out and brought the blitz up the middle, and great read there by Boyd and put the ball where it was supposed to be.
So first down here. First down for Chesterton. I believe they're second of the game. And we'll have a timeout taken by Chesterton. Gives us a chance to tell you we got awards we're going to hand out at the end of this one. We got the Crowd Company's Lantern Man Superhero of the Game. Crowd Companies are proud to recognize superheroes on the gridiron. We've got the Boilermakers Local 374 Blue Collar Player of the Game. Earn what you learn with Boilermakers Local 374. And, of course, we got the Proud to Be Home Union Play of the Game brought to you by Iron Workers Local 395. To find out how you can become a Union Iron Worker, visit ironworkers395.com. So I've got Pasovic here for 8 runs for 22 yards so far. So still, getting no more than 7 so far is his biggest run of the day. A couple of completions for Boyd. I got him 2 for 3 for about 18 yards.
On paper, Pasovic's listed as a fullback, so he's kind of a banger.
Right.
He's a put your head down. He's kind of tried to bounce around a little bit, but most of his work's going to be inside.
Semadai also with a catch. And we're going to have a flag here in the backfield as Boyd runs up to the 41, but we'll see what the flag is going to be in the backfield. It's going to be holding. That's going to be against Chesterton, so that run gets wiped out, and it's going to bring them back a few yards.
Yeah, I know we talked about their inexperience, but that wasn't necessary. Boyd had a good read. They had a nice pocket around him, and that was like 5 yards behind the play. Boyd had already cut up, so it's just one of those things that
Ford put every ounce of energy in that, stretched his arms completely out. Just what a great job on that catch by R.J. Ford.
Inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. This is the Retirement Red Zone. Crown Point is there. The Retirement Red Zone, sponsored by Wealth Partners on Main. Visit wealthpartnersonmain.com and start building your retirement playbook.
That's just right up my alley. I retired from teaching this year.
Congratulations. Direct snap. It is Summers. Flag from the near side. As Summers
keeps his feet going. He's all the way down to the 4-yard line. Summers just doesn't quit on that play. But there's going to be, looks like maybe illegal formation or offensive man lining up in a neutral zone.
I think you're right there. That was after, by the way, a 50-yard gain on the pass play.
That may go down as one of the plays of the game. That was a great catch, great throw by Custy. Stood tall in the pocket and just released it to a spot, and R.J. Ford just came underneath it. Great job of timing right there.
So after the penalty, it is going to be another procedural penalty on Crown Point. It'll take them back to the 18-yard line, still inside the Wealth Retirement Red Zone. First play from the red zone today, and the score is 8-7. Summers fakes the shot, and he is going to be taken down for a loss. Great pursuit.
Looks like
from Cannon as well. And Wimberly, the first man there.
Yeah, there's 2 Wimberleys out there, 30 and 19. Gage is the one that scored the touchdown.
And Kale was the one with the tackle there. 1 yard lost to Summers. The first negative play of the game. They're going backwards here since entering the red zone. Custy pumps it to the near side and lofts it to the end zone. Overshoots his man, and it's picked off. Cameron LeBlanc with his first interception as a varsity football player.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to go for Cooper Mulaski, trying to throw a jump ball up there, but just way too overthrown by Custy right there. And their second turnover of the game for the Bulldogs.
Well, but he lost the ball. He does dive back on top of it, thankfully for Portage, but he loses 3 yards.
Yeah, I mean, good job by him by jumping back on the ball, seeing it on the ground right away. Could have turned into an ugly play for them with the Governor scooping and scoring, or just landing on it and momentum going away from them. Makes it a 2nd and long, and they're going to put back there again Burleson, who was carrying 3-4 guys earlier. See if he does it again.
2nd and 13. Hodges will throw. He has time, steps up in the pocket. He's going to take off, but not enough room to go anywhere. The Morton front swarming, and they'll stop him after a gain of 3.
That was a good play there by Hodges. Receivers are covered. He was able to get out. Running actually between the tackles as he scrambled. Didn't really roll out. Saw a gap, took it. Had a little wheel on him too there.
It's back to 3rd and 10. We've seen head coach Cody French put the ball in the hands of his sophomore quarterback, Bryce Hodges. He's thrown a lot early in this game, but has yet to complete a pass. They'll go back to the air. Hodges is sat down for the sack. Demarion Woodard and Malik Candler will both get a half sack on that one.
And that goes back to what I talked about earlier. Demarion Woodward isn't the normal size for a defensive end at 175, but going against a tackle, speed can kill on the edge. And
20 yards rushing now. Another first down picked up by Hobart. I got him down for 4. My numbers are all unofficial, by the way.
Very unofficial. It's getting darker by the second in this booth.
3 to the left. This time, Tatum with the keep out across the 35 and near the 30-yard line. He's officially tackled down at the 32.
And again, you can do this, and if you're moving the football, why not? But all that does is soften up that middle and see if you can go over the top here pretty soon.
Tatum even has 57 yards passing. By the way, with that first completion for Tatum, he is over 3,000 yards passing in his career. Tatum looks to pass here. It's a lateral.
Nice block.
That's to Tolliver across the 35 and to the 34. So there's going to be a few yards lost on the play.
I saw a block out there again. Miles White out there on the perimeter putting that block on it. Got a guy from Chesterton down. Hopefully he's okay. But
there's plenty of action coming your way. We'll have some halftime.
The second frame begins. It's an inside give. Timothy James to the 25. And in comes another 3rd down for this little offense. They're 0 for 2 already.
Yeah, 3rd down and 5. They've got to get a first down here, get some momentum offensively. The defense has been carrying them up to this point. And I think you got to let this young quarterback, even though he's a senior, he's still a young quarterback, first start. You got to let him throw on 1st and 2nd down.
3rd and 5. Gutierrez 0 for 3 throwing the football so far. And a flag comes in and a false start.
Well, false start, I was going to say, I saw the 40-second clock go to 40, so I didn't know if that was a legal or delay a game.
So the false start just beats out the potential delay of game. So now it'll be 3rd down and 10. So they're net neutral after the 2 positive pickups there from Timothy James. In case you're wondering, the only Lowell touchdown was a scoop and score for 43 yards. That was early in the first quarter. Gutierrez, good protection, lofts it down the seam, got a man, it's caught inside midfield. Bo Eisen with a great catch. And there's the first completion of the game for Gavin Gutierrez, and what a time for it.
Yeah, how about it? All of a sudden he just took a big sigh of relief. And a great throw right there because his guy didn't catch it. Nobody was going to catch it. And he just flipped it out there, hoping his receiver would run underneath it. Great timing, great throw, and a great job by the offensive line to give him the time to throw the deep ball.
35-yard pickup. It's 1st and 10. This is the first time they're in the plus side of the field. It's James. Hesitates through the blocks. And another positive pickup on 1st down for the NCC's leading rusher in both rushing yards and touchdowns from a year ago.
You know, you let an underdog hang around a little bit, all of a sudden they get a little confidence and say, you know what, hey, we're supposed to be here. We could win this game. And that's what Lowell's thinking right now.
2nd down and 6 from the 41-yard line. James, the motion man. Gutierrez fakes it him, calls his own number, and it's a poor decision. He goes down in the backfield for a 1-yard loss.
Well, some big hits right there. It looked like Brody Hood, number 7 inside linebacker, blitzed on that play and was in the.
Wealth Partners on Main. Visit wealthpartnersonmain.com and start building your retirement playbook. Securities and advisory services offered through Prospera Financial Services. Remember, FINRA and SIPC. So ball up to the 9-yard line now.
Mike Hobart's got so many weapons you have to account for in the red zone. They have so many guys that can hurt you. A lot of movement, too, to try to confuse the defense.
So at the 9.
Cut inside. Great job by the defense.
Defensive stop here for Chesterton, and they're saying ball out, and it's theirs. So the ball carrier. That time for Hobart, that looked like Irvin. Was it number 3 on the ball carry? Yep, number 3 on the ball carry.
Little inside handoff again, but that's just not fooling the Chesterton defense. Again, a lot of motion. It's just not. But they're coming back to the middle. I think they got to spread out north south.
Give us to White on the right side, who gets tackled right at the 9-yard line again for the 3rd down. So a 4th down coming up from the 9-yard line. So 4th down and goal here for the Brickies, trying to get another score on the board. They had their PAT. I'm sorry, nope, it's 4th down.
Yeah, I'm saying they're going to go for 3 here.
Oh, they're going to go for the field goal, excuse me.
Love that. You got to have field goals somewhere.
So from the 16.
Blocked again.
And it is blocked. And falling on it, the kick made by Peter Janda, but it was blocked.
Jumped over a little bit, then accelerated, and then all of a sudden got smashed right there. But boy, he can find the smallest seam and make something out of nothing right there, and did a great job. Looks like it's going to be 3rd down and about 5.
From the 26-yard line, 3rd down and 5, like Jay just said. They go 12 personnel here. James, the featured back, flanked out to the left. Gutierrez fakes that way, will keep it himself, lowers his shoulder. He's short of the line to gain as he's dropped at the 24. And we will see the decision here from Casey McKim.
I think you got to go for it. If you want to stay close to Crown Point, you got to keep the pressure on them, and I think right here is a good opportunity. Either that or you let the play clock run down and call timeout and kick the field goal.
You have all 3 of theirs still.
And, there's no win to speak of.
Bisacci's long a year ago was 32, but he was drilling them from 50 during the pregame
Yes, he
warm-up.
was.
They need 3 on 4th down. Gutierrez, good protection, lofts it near side, caught. 1st down inside the 20. The catch is made by James out of the backfield.
But James with a nice pattern right there, and the defensive linebacker that was covering him fell down in the coverage, and the free safety or the cornerback to that side had to come up and make the tackle right there. James was well covered until he came out of his break and boom, came wide open as the outside linebacker fell down.
This will be Lowell's first time to the Retirement Red Zone, sponsored by Wealth Partners on Main. Visit wealthpartnersonmain.com and start building your retirement playbook today. Inside 7 minutes to play in the opening half. 8-7 Crown Point leads, but Lowell is driving. Heavy set here. James gobbled up and will lose a yard.
Looks like that was number 58, Josh Daniels.
Daniels, they also shout Garrett Ortiz from the press box as well, too. Ortiz, by the way, the team's returning leading tackler from 2025. He was 3rd on the team last year, but 1st and 2nd both graduated.
Just aggressiveness on that defensive front. Whether it's linebacker shooting or defensive lineman coming up, they're just very aggressive up there.
2nd and 11, Gutierrez, good time, flushed out to his left side, pressure coming, throws on the run towards the end zone, a dangerous ball, and it goes through the hands of Gabriel Stump. I thought he was throwing that in double coverage. Stump came in there late.
Yes, he did. He threw it where the only spot where his guy could catch it, and if he didn't catch it, it was going out of bounds. So great job, good throw to know where he was at on the field, whether or not he could thread that in there. But a great job right there by Gutierrez. Showed a little seasoning out there.
Learning on the fly,
yes.
The senior quarterback is in his first career start tonight under center. 3rd and 11. They are definitely in field goal range for Bisacci now. Gutierrez looking
throw it away.
Hood pressuring him from the backside. Gutierrez throws towards the back pylon, incomplete. It was either his receiver or no one, and now here comes Bisacci and the field goal unit trying to give Lowell the lead.
Still really good protection early for the Red Devils, giving Gutierrez time.
Yeah, Gutierrez was able to stand in the pocket for just a second or two and then got flushed out. Had a guy wide open in the corner of the end zone, but when you're running that fast, running for your life that fast, that he didn't really put a lot of accuracy on it. It's going to be a
35-yarder.
This
would be his career long. His career long is 32. Low snap. Gutierrez just dives on it, and that's how the drive ends. Oh, man. Crown Point catches a big-time break.
Yes, they do.
And you look at that far sideline, Casey McKim is befuddled right now at his special teams unit.
He's telling the long snapper.
And that was McCoy who gets up to the 47-yard line. But there is a flag on the field. So we'll see what the penalty marker is first.
Illegal man.
An illegal man, so that'll put Chesterton back a little bit here. So that pass in is not going to count. Boyd with his first rush of the game just a moment ago, picked up 7 yards.
That's hard. It might be one of those where he's blocking too soon. You know what I mean? It's one of those little bubble screens they run over on the left-hand side. And
so a loss of 5 on the play. First down and 15 now for Chesterton. Boyd to his left. Good, nice block up front, and it's tipped in the air, but it's going to be out of bounds. Well, they're saying no, it's going to stay with Hobart ball. Is it picked off? They are saying it is Hobart ball.
That's worst case scenario for Chesterton right there before the halftime.
And I think
fake to Gurnick, and he is gobbled up.
And look, you see Gurnick put his hand on his hands on his helmet like, wait a minute, I was supposed to get the ball. Either that or it was a read, and Cussy just completely misread that, because if Gurnick had the ball, he was going to be able to turn up the sidelines for a big gain.
So a loss of 3 on the play brings up 2nd down and 13. Based off of Gurnick's reaction, I'm going to assume it was a misread.
Yes. Because all of a sudden, as soon as he didn't get the ball, even the play wasn't even over yet, and he had his hands up on his head. He's like, what?
You're immediately hitting Command Z on your keyboard right now. Custy forced out. Will he tuck it this time? He will. He gets across the original line of scrimmage and gets a couple more after that before taking a late shove out of bounds.
Yeah, great job. Looked like that was Bo Isom right there on the attack right there, and he looked like he picked up about 5 on the play. It's going to be 3rd down and about 8.
And we talk about it, who do you block? Like, how do you can't just block the guy in front of you. The Red Devils are
so from the 37-yard line, let's see what the call is here for this Crown Point offense. Last time they drove down the field, they got a big 3rd down pickup and a 50-yard gain. And they're going to run it this time. It's turning the corner. It is Summers. He's got the first down. Summers stutter steps his way across midfield, and a flag comes in late.
Oh, a little bit late here on the hit.
Couldn't see the number on the late hit because he was surrounded by a bunch of red shirts on the sideline. But you're going to add 15 to that one. As the line would have been the 48 on the plus side.
Well, big pickup on third down and not 8. So it would have been about a 15-yard gain and then add another 15. Well, a 30-yard pickup on fourth down, or on third down.
It was just a 16-yard pickup originally.
And a nice job by Ethan Zykowski out there on the edge right there, making a big block as a receiver down the field to break Custody up on the sideline.
So now to the 33-yard line post penalty. 4:43 to go, still 8-7. Crown Point leads. They fake it to Gurnick. It's Summers again, trying to find the edge, and a great tackle. Cam LeBlanc is having a half for Lowell.
Yes, he is. He came up and made a great open field tackle, and it looks like it's going to be a loss of 2 on the play.
There is a flag though down
another
as well.
Flag. All right, now we know we're back. We're back in reality here. It's a lot of flags and turnovers here in the first half of the first week.
So the officials conference again. Right now, like you said, it's a loss of 2 on the play.
The game, but as it stands right now, it is 12-0 on the 34-yard catch from Tolliver.
Great play by Tatum just to keep the play alive, and Tolliver kind of sat down in a gap there, and once he caught it, man, he was very explosive and got quick to the end line.
So it appears as though...
Is that a flag?
Well, they're ruling the touchdown is good, so whatever.
Maybe a roughing the passer.
But they're going to decline it because they get the touchdown anyway. So 12-0 your score with 16.4 seconds remaining. Doug, it's still just the no, we're in this going to halftime. I beg your pardon.
Yeah, little Wildcat look there, Mike.
Yards for Clark off of just a couple of catches. How about Amari Price just swinging it out there and letting his receivers do the work. He's lined up under center for the first time today, and flags are down before the play.
I think the tackle might have got a bit of a head start on the Governor's team. See what he signals.
I think you're right. It most likely will be a false start this time on Morton, and it will be. So 1st and 10 will become 1st and 15.
I think the tackle got a little excited after a big play of getting back out there.
And we talked about how dangerous Cordero Bennett is, the big 6'5 receiver for Morton. He's only made 1 catch for 5 yards today. It's mostly been the other guys doing the damage because Bennett.
Get it right. Custody on the play fake. Taking the top off for Ford. Oh, it goes through his hands.
Boy, that was an easier catch than the first one. But that
was Custy's best ball of the day.
Yes, it was. It was right. Just off the tips of the fingers of Ford right there. Oh, that's one of those catches. He made a great catch there. Can you make 2 in one game? Because that would have been a great catch. But as a former wide receiver, and if I came back to the sideline to go, this is just off the tip of my fingers. Coach, go, did it touch your hands? I go, yeah. And he goes, that should have been caught.
3rd and 12. Custody near sideline on the screen pass. It is Connolly, and he's taken down well short of the line of game. That's a great response from the Lowell defense.
Yeah, number 24, I think that was for the Cameron LeBlanc. Yep, all right. Nice job. Nice tackle coming up and making the big hit right there.
And there's an injury timeout on the field, so we'll take it with.
For a first. 1st and 20. Price with a toss. This time it's Walker with not a lot of room to go.
I think Price might have gotten a little hit on that play as he was pitching it away. Looked like a halfback toss more than it did any kind of speed option or anything like that. Able to get the ball out right as a Portage Indian was there to tackle him. But again, a good job by this Portage defense. They're getting pressure right away, but they got to be careful. You know, if they have another instance where the offensive line lets them go and you see the quarterback back there to drop back to pass, got to be looking for the screen. But they are doing a good job of not letting Price necessarily sit back there comfortably.
Morton hasn't really been able to run the ball today. Their big speed back, Mike Walker, 5 carries for just 10 yards, and we have more flags pre-snap.
And it looks like it's going to be another false start, potentially. I don't know if the defensive end got the tackle before the ball was snapped.
Another false start for Morton, and they're moving the wrong way right now.
Yeah, I mean, that is 3 killer penalties on this drive so far. You have 2 false starts and this, downage alone, but on top of that, you also had the hands to the face, so now
That would be a very long one for a high school.
4th and 10. Design rollout. Custy looking far side. He's got a man. It's a first down. Kingston Connolly, who was wrangled down as soon as he made the catch. That's a great throw from Custy.
Yeah, Custy. Oh, sorry about that. Custy with a great job rolling out, keeping his balance, and throwing on the run a bullet right there to his receiver. Conley makes a great catch, and the big thing right there for Conley was when he came out of his break, he was a yard past the first down marker, and then he had to work his way back just a little bit, so he picked up the 10 yards on the play.
11 yards exactly there for Connolly and the Crown Point offense. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Oh, there's a bobbled snap. Good response. It is shot. Get into the second level. Shot to the end zone. Touchdown.
Well, what a great play right there by Custy just to get Shut the ball, and Shut did not waste any time, just took the ball straight up the field in for the touchdown. The bobble maybe made the play work just enough.
22-yard pickup. Braden Shutt, 12 rushing touchdowns a year.
16 yards on the catch. And Amari Price is having himself a first half. 1st and 10 from the 44. This time it's back to the run. Straight between the tackles. Lazenby still moving forward.
It's a good job by Portage swarming the running back and not letting him get more, but a really good job by the running back to just keep on going forward. Looks like there is some more dirty laundry on the field.
That's the 4th flag of this drive. And we'll see if Morton is moving backwards again. They got all the yardage back after having it be 2nd and 24.
And it looks like they're going to get personal foul on the offense.
I believe that's a spot of the foul penalty, if I'm not mistaken.
It is. It was about a yard past the ball, maybe just a little extracurricular activities after the whistle or even during the whistle. But, again, that is another penalty that's pushing this Morton Governors team back, which they've shown they can get the first down from miles away, but it's not a good formula to keep going back to.
They're at the 47. They need the other 44 for a first. Screen pass outside. It's caught. Motoring up the field is Lazenby, and he's tripped up around the original line of scrimmage.
And there it is again, a quick little swing pass. Lazenby's able to get out in space. You're getting your fast guys out there to give them the chance to make a play. I mean, Portage is doing a good job of not giving them a huge gain like they did in the first quarter. But also, you got to think this offense is getting a little worn out. I think they got the ball around the 9, maybe 10, or maybe the 10.5-minute mark. They've been out there for about 3-4 minutes, and they've been having long first downs to get every time.
Morton has controlled the clock today. It seems like Portage has barely had the ball in this one. They will get the ball out of the second half. But a long time before we get there. Daniels to throw on third down. Screen is caught by Bennett, and he's dragged down just past the line of scrimmage.
That is a good play there by the big fella out there. Kyron Merritt actually making the tackle on the screen pass. He realized it was a screen right away and started going out there to make a tackle. One of the defensive players almost had a hand on the ball as it was coming out. I believe that might have been Aiden Ortiz out there.
Nonetheless, on 4th and 6, Morton will keep the offense out. They already have one touchdown today on 4th down. That started the scoring with the catch to Amir Daniels. Here's Price, running out of time, stepping up, and he's dragged down. Portage with a big stand.
That was a huge stand there by Portage. And like I said earlier,
well,
I'm going to say Lowell's going to keep it on the ground until if they can get a couple first downs.
Wildcat again. Gutierrez, the motion man. James keeps it himself. Right side, and he's taken down after picking up 2.
That's going to be a big third down conversion play for the Lowell Red Devils. I'm surprised Crown Point right here isn't burning a timeout. But there's 2:20 left, and they got all 3.
Unless they're thinking they don't need to use one if they get a stop, right?
That's right. Well, maybe if they get a sack right here or an incomplete pass or a stop here, they may burn a timeout right here. Just over 2 minutes left in the first half.
Gutierrez, they are going to run it again, and there's nothing there. The Bulldogs come through with a big-time stop.
Yeah, Coach Buzia out there running out there.
And there's your timeout. It's a 1-yard loss and a 3-and-out here for Lowell at a critical point in the game. We'll take it with them. You're watching Football Night on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Every great football game is shaped long before the final drive. It's built through preparation, discipline, and a plan. Retirement is no different. The closer you get, the more important every decision becomes. At Wealth Partners on Main, we help you build a personalized retirement strategy, so when you approach your retirement red zone, you can move forward with confidence.
Welcome back to Football Night on the Region Sports Network. Cordero Bennett, the 6'5 receiver, number 1 receiver in the class of 2027 out of the Hoosier State, making his way off the field under his own power, and we hope he's okay. He was a very exciting guy to watch last year as a sophomore. One of the best receivers, if not the best receiver in the region. We wish him the best and hope he can come back at some point.
yeah, and that's a big piece missing from this Morton defense now because he's been out there at safety almost playing that classic, Troy Polamalu, Ed Reed role, kind of going around the field.
We'll see if Portage can maybe take advantage of that through the air. First play is a handoff to Apollo Gibbs, finding his way through the tackles, and he's across the 50 with 12 yards on first down.
And that's that big running that we talked about earlier. He's a bowling ball of a running back, lowering his shoulder and getting the first down, fighting through contact on that first initial hit.
That was the first time we've really seen him have any room to run. Before that carry, he had 3 carries for -3 yards. He's finally back in the positive.
Yeah, the offensive line did a really good job of stopping the 3 guys up front.
We just say Wimberley's blue-collar players of the game.
You're thinking if you're the Lowell side, you're like, what are you talking about? That was designed. We meant for that to happen. All righty, so from the 37.
Can they capitalize here?
Third first-half turnover for the Bulldogs. Trickery again. It's Gutierrez coming around the edge. Flag on the play. Gutierrez out of bounds at the 32. This is coming back. Holding instead. It'll be on Brecken Billhorn, the wide receiver.
Yes. Yeah, just held on just a little bit too long, and it was pretty obvious right at the point of attack.
So negates the play. So it'll be first down and 10 now from the 47-yard line.
Play action is a very, very dangerous option in high school because, again, you're wanting to bring pressure as much as possible on these high school kids, but if you can master the play action out there with the run game, you're one of the most dangerous offenses in the region.
2nd and 1 upcoming for Portage. It looks like they changed it. Now they'll move the chains. It's 1st and 10. Gibbs on the carry, lowering his shoulder, and it's going to take multiple guys to bring him down, and Morton does just that.
Portage is getting this run game started, and I mean, it's not a quick run game either. It's a bruising run game of we're going to bring our guys at you, we're going to let our running backs make some contact, and you got to bring them down, and it's taking at least 3 to 4 governors every time to bring them down.
5 yards on the carry from Gibbs. He's slowly but surely making his way down the field and accumulating some rushing yards. And Portage knocking on the door of the red zone at the 23-yard line. Hodges back to Gibbs. This time he's dragged down after a short gain. We mentioned this in the open, Chris, but these smaller linemen for Morton kind of just made their way around the bigger offensive linemen for Portage, and they were able to corral Gibbs that time.
Yeah, and Gibbs still got a yard or two out of it, but again, these smaller defensive linemen, when you're going against them, if they are fast off the ball and they've got great technique, they are hard to stop. I mean, it's one of the harder things to do because usually they got fast hands too, and they're able to hand fight with the best of them.
3rd and 4, and Tristan Burleson back in the game at running back. 3 wide for Portage, 2 of them to the left side. Now they send Aiden Sanders in motion, and we have movement up front. It looks like somebody jumped for Portage.
First false start of the night, I think, for Portage. Their offensive line and their offense has done a good job of not jumping too soon.
It's one thing Morton has struggled with. Portage has been by far the more disciplined team. But that's a big penalty right there. 3rd and 4 becomes 3rd and 9. You got to imagine this is 4-down territory for Portage. Clock winding down with just 2 minutes to go before half. You're deep in the territory. Might try to keep the offense on the field. Burleson breaking off tackles and dragging defenders up to the 19-yard line. He's about a yard short of the first.
And that is a great run by Burleson there, and it makes it a lot more of a manageable 4th down to go for. It opens up the playbook a lot more. They can try to run it again. I mean, Burleson's just been carrying guys every time, but they can also go to a play action, little quarterback out, make him roll out and give him the opportunity to either run with it or throw it away.
4th and 2 from the 19-yard line. Burleson, the running back again. And it looks like Portage will call a timeout and talk things over. 4th and 2 upcoming when we come back on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Navigating Medicare doesn't have to be overwhelming. Crown Point's Christina Cherenko is a licensed insurance agent helping clients locally and nationwide.
3 turnovers, and I'm going to say only 6 points off of those turnovers.
What are your thoughts on that play call, by the way, as well?
And what I would have just said, you know what, we're the underdogs. Here's what I'm going to do. I would have faked the Timothy James and had Gutierrez just run it to the outside as fast as he can to the wide side of the field and just say, hey, get to the 1st down marker and get out of bounds. Because you saw all 11 guys on the line of scrimmage and all 11 in on the tackle on Timothy James.
So instead it's 15-7. Custody in the offense looks to take full advantage of it. Tunnel screen here. Connolly tackled inbounds at the 35, and with 28 seconds to go, what will Garcia do here?
Doesn't look like they're going to call a timeout. Why leave them on the board? Use them.
Instead, it's a sweep to Sanders, and he has it.
That was a ballsy call there with doing a little jet sweep there instead of, traditional run up the middle. I like it, though. It's one of the first times they've really done a jet sweep tonight, and it works to their favor. Something to mention also, it was Morton that took that timeout, so Portage has all 3 timeouts, or should have 2 or 3 timeouts left.
The Governors don't have any. Minute 38 and counting to go in the first half. 1st and 10 from the 15. It's Gibbs. Hit in the backfield, but trying to reverse field. He's getting swarmed. Still on his feet. It's going to take every single Governor to put Apollo Gibbs on the turf, but they do for a 7-yard loss.
Yeah, it looked like Gibbs was going to break away there for a second, but just unfortunately wasn't able to. I mean, Governors were able to swarm him, and here's the good thing for Portage. You know, if you score here, great. You can do the, as you like to say, the Bill Belichick double dip of score now and score right after half. But also, you know, you do get the ball back at the half, so if you run the timeout, just don't try to force anything and cause a turnover at this point.
Under a minute to go, 2nd and 18. Hodges rolling out, running out of time, throws late to the sidelines, out of bounds.
And that's a little bit of a killer there because now it's going to stop the clock, but throwing it away. Try to make a play to his wide receiver. Would have stopped the clock either way as the receiver is going out of bounds, but really a good heads-up kind of play by Hodges. It's either, hey, my receiver's going to catch it, we're going to get some yards, or B, no one else can make a play on it.
A field goal from here would be a clean 40-yarder. So Portage maybe try to get a couple yards here to make the field goal more manageable. Burleson, the running back, replaces Gibbs. Those two have been going back and forth all night. Low snap corralled by Hodges, stepping up, running out of time, avoiding the sack, still on his feet. And he's dragged down at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Clock rolling. Morton cannot stop it. So Portage might run this down to 2 seconds and then bring the field goal unit out.
Could also see if they're not super confident in a field goal kick here, let the clock run down to 2 seconds and just go for the end zone at this point. I mean, again, if they intercept it, you know, it hurts stat-wise, but also you get the ball back in the second half. You're not necessarily losing anything.
10 seconds. From the 23-yard line, Hodges with the snap. He's got to go to the end zone. Up for grabs. Fight for the ball, and it's picked off by Zaire Smith. It looks like they're going to say he was out of bounds that time. The result would have been the same anyway, but there are flags late on that play. They're near the flag is near the line of scrimmage.
And we got a Governor down after the play, too. If it's a penalty against the defense, the offense will have one more play before the half. If it's on the offense, the half ends.
We'll step aside as the medical staff attends to the injured Governor. We'll be back for maybe another play on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
Every great football game is shaped long before the final drive. It's built through preparation, discipline, and a plan. Retirement is no different. The closer you get, the more important every decision becomes. At Wealth Partners on Main, we help you build a personalized retirement strategy, so when you approach your retirement red zone, you can move forward with confidence. Because the best outcomes aren't left to chance. They're planned. Wealth Partners on Main, your home team for retirement.
For 26 years, Armor Construction has been beautifying homes across Northwest Indiana. From expert roofing and durable siding to eye-catching custom copper work, Armor Construction does it all with the highest quality and integrity. Serving Lake, Porter, and LaPorte counties, trust the best exterior construction company in Northwest Indiana to protect your investment.
It was a too many men on the field penalty for Morton. So Portage will have one untimed down. And before that untimed down, Portage will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. You can't take them to the half with you, so you may as well talk this one over.
Yeah, unfortunately can't call a second one, though, because that would be a penalty at that point. But looked like Bennett was actually trying to run out there real quick on the defense.
Yeah, we saw Cordero Bennett go down with an apparent ankle injury. He was able to make it off the field under his own power. Now he's back in the game. That latest injury was to Zaire Smith, who thought he had an interception. And then as he was running off to the sidelines, went down to the ground, but he also made it off under his own power. Those are 2 very talented DBs for Morton, who hopefully will be okay the rest of this game. Right now, neither one of them are on the field. And Portage with the ball at the 18-yard line. They have to go to the end zone with the clock already showing zeros.
It looks like Morton might do a good old-fashioned kitchen sink blitz of just 0.
3 receivers to the right side. Lester Wisby alone to the left. Low snap. Hodges gets it back under duress. He escapes. He might run for this one. Hodges cuts back. Still on his feet, but he's dragged down. The Governors eventually prevent him from scoring, and we'll head to the half with a 14-7 lead in favor of Morton.
Navigating Medicare doesn't have to be overwhelming. Crown Point's Christina Cherenko is a licensed insurance agent helping clients locally and nationwide with Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement, and separate dental, hearing, and vision options. Her personalized guidance is always free. Call Christina today at 219-444-0304 or visit KIGcares.com. KIG Senior Solutions is not connected with the federal Medicare program. Contacting this number connects you with a licensed insurance agent. This is an advertisement for insurance.
Every great football game is shaped long before the final drive. It's built through preparation, discipline, and a plan. Retirement is no different. The closer you get, the more important every decision becomes.
And a lot of penalties in that first quarter as well.
I'm going to give you a little bit of insider broadcaster trade here. On these cards that we have the defensive Lowell and Crown Point on the same offense on the same side. Well, all of the touchdowns have come from the same page tonight. 2 offensive touchdowns from Crown Point, and then, of course, the soup and score from Lowell. That's their only touchdown of the game. That's why they're not getting shut out right now. And it's hard to believe that scoop and score was actually the game's first touchdown way back in the first quarter.
Yeah, that came at 8:29. It was Gage Wembley with the scoop and score, 41 yards. And all of a sudden, you could hear a pin drop on this Crown Point sidelines. And you saw the Lowell faithful across the way jumping up and down and acted like they were winning the Super Bowl over there.
It is a trophy game after all, and Crown Point's won the last 6 of these matchups they always play week 1 to kick off the new season. And then, of course, Crown Point's offense, not great, but they've done enough to take the lead.
Yes, they did, and that was Ty Custy with a 35-yard pass to Ethan Zykowski. And then the 2-point conversion, I think that was by Summers, or was it Conley? I can't remember. I didn't.
2-pointer was from Summers.
Summers, yep. Yeah, bad snap. Summers was able to corral it up and able to punch it in, and boy, he took a big lick right at the goal line. He paid the price for those 2 points. But the thing is, in the second quarter, it seemed like the offenses both had some long drives. I think Lowell had a big drive in there somewhere. The thing was that Lowell, once they got into the red zone or just short of the red zone, sort of faltered a little bit. It's a combination of Crown Point defense is stiffening up, and then also a bad snap on an extra point, and then also they went for it on 4th down from the 28-yard line and didn't get it.
Trying to count the toes along with it.
I knew I smelled something up here.
Well, if you're looking for a winning formula, we've got one. I don't know if it's that, but from the printer tray to the field, Pulse Technology is keeping us moving. For more information about the heartbeat of the Region Sports Network, visit Pulse Technology on the web at pulsetechnology.com. And just, because I know you were looking forward to it, but crispy golden award-winning flavor, Strachan Van Til's fried chicken is voted best in the region. Perfect for any party. Skip the stress and serve the best. Order today at strachanvantil.com.
Hey, I mentioned how much of a fan I am of Strax. Beyond the fact that they're a sponsor of Region Sports Network. They're unbelievable deli.
They are phenomenal in the sense that also they have those pre-made meals.
Oh, my goodness.
It's very beneficial. To keep up with all things Region Sports, be sure to check us out on our social media pages. We're always active on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, and at our website at regionsports.com. Celebrating over 25 years, we're proud to still be the only game in town.
096.
Calling out 50-50 numbers, Mike.
Was that yours?
Not mine.
Not yours? That's a bummer.
I could have every 50-50 ticket in the basket, and I would not win. I have that kind of luck.
You know, the law of large numbers says that statistically that's impossible, but I understand.
You see the reference there? You want to bet? I would lose that bet, too.
Yes, indeed. Oh, I always love working with you, Coach.
Never know what's going to happen.
You picked up a second coaching gig, you just told me as well.
Yeah, I'm coaching middle school baseball.
Yeah,
Holy cow. Sound like Ozzy Osbourne just walked in. But coaching some middle school baseball, which is a great time in the fall. We're off to, I think, we're either 4-0 or 5-0. We're off to a good start. It's enjoyable.
So you guys play in the fall. That's interesting.
For middle school baseball, yeah.
I like it. I'm all for it.
It's enjoyable.
All right, well, we're about to play the game here. So with 12 minutes to go in the third quarter, just started the second half, Chesterton will receive the ball. Kick is going to be made for Hobart. That's by Peter Jana. And now Pasovic up to the 30, out across the 30 to the 40, out across the 40, up to the 50. What a return. Up to the 30. We got a flag in the backfield, but he's going to go into the end zone. And I think it's going to come back, but it could be a touchdown, and let the light show begin here at Chesterton.
Love the light show. But I think that's coming back, Michael.
And so we see the white hat official telling Chesterton to kind of stay off to the side, and you see the coaching staff all going, oh, my goodness. See hands on heads in disbelief.
Again, that's another one of those flags that had nothing to do with the play, Mike. Oh, that's on the...
Wait, holding on a Hobart, so that is going to be a touchdown for Chesterton on the return.
Yeah. Again, I talk about the
from
special
Sam Pasovic.
Yeah, the special teams of Chesterton, and Coach Peterson's known for that from around the area and the country when he was at Valparaiso University.
What a return. And
they're
we're
still talking it over.
Yeah, they're talking things over, so we'll see if the hold is going to hold up here, and now it looks...
He's pointed. They pointed the wrong way, I think.
Oh, so now it's a hold on Chesterton, so the ball is coming back, and that's what Coach Peterson is going to go out to midfield and ask for a clarification here. He's like, wait a minute.
Some kind of an explanation would be good.
And I believe they have it here where you can wire these guys up and make the announcement.
Well, sometimes...
And they're still talking this thing over.
Yeah.
So we thought it was... Yeah, the hold is on... Okay, the hold is now on Chesterton. They may have signaled the wrong direction. You know, it's week one for the officiating crew as well.
Yep.
So that washes the touchdown for Chesterton, and that... Unfortunately, that's something that Chesterton really needed, a spark like that to get this crowd into it. We haven't even really mentioned the crowd, and while they've been in the game, not to the level that we're normally seeing Chesterton fans get into it.
Yeah, again, I think it's a lot of unknown names, you know, a lot of people that are going to try to prove themselves, but Pasovic got in the open field, man. He was quick. He was running away from guys.
So starting at the 40-yard line, the run here on the left side. Pasovic again with the carry, this time from the, it's going to be well, they have 40 on the ball on. The ball's on the 38.
Nice little trap play by Chesterton. That's how they started out the game. Running Pasovic between the tackles and see if he can get that first level of defense, and then he made a little nice side cut early on in the first quarter.
So second down and 8 here. Boyd gives up to Pasovic again, who gets stopped for a gain of a yard, maybe a half yard. It looks like it's going to be a yard on the play. They're going to mark it at the 40 and a half. We'll give it the 41, though.
Mike, it's interesting. Some of the guys that you see, it's like a zone read where he's looking for a hole to hit, as opposed to just putting his head down and smashing. You know
Which
what I mean?
is what Andrew Goveo was really good at, just putting his head down and running through. If he's going to get tackled, it's going to take most of the Bricky defense to bring him down. He was a bust.
He was unbelievable. But yeah, in order to, you're just not going to fool people when they're gang tackling like they do for the Brickies.
Boyd looking to throw down the field, looking for his receiver, and it's going to be too long. was looking for Robinson on the play. Robinson still looking for his first catch of the season. So 4th down coming here. Yeah, that hold, and obviously we didn't see the number, but man, that was a momentum swing.
It was, and again, it's good that that's just what they're capable of. You know what I mean? And
correct.
Again,
so from the 40, we'll see a punt here for Chesterton. And it's punted away. And it's going to bounce. It's going to take a Chesterton roll, and it may have caught somebody. So inside the 20, Miller's going to down it, and it may have bumped off of a brickie. It at least hit somebody.
Yeah. And they reacted like it hit them, but they were running for the ball. You got to get away from that thing like it's poison, and they call poison, and get away from it. But it took a hop.
So it took a Chesterton hop at that. So for the Brickies, they will start on their 18.
Again, to see if the Hobart offense, again, it's 14-0, but let's see if they worked out the kinks a little bit. They seem to just move the ball and then just kind of shut down drives quickly.
So first down here from the 18. Pass here to the left side. This is Cash with the catch to the near side.
Nice little pass out to the flat there.
So Cash with the catch there, and it's a pickup of 6 yards.
Yeah, they're going to go quick, no huddle.
So 2nd down and 4 coming up here. Hand off to White. White across the 30. That'll be good for a Hobart first down.
White's the kind of guy you got to get him low. You're not going to tackle White up high, so you got to get him down by the ankles and knees and hope for some help. He's a good-sized kid.
8 yards on that first down run for White. Happy to have football back here on Friday nights here on the Region Sports Network. White with the ball again. Out across the 35 after the little sidestep move here, out across the 50 and taken down near the 40-yard line. White doing some work.
And that's what I mentioned. I want to see him get out in the open field, and he seeked out contact there, Mike. He was not running out of bounds. He was looking to lay some lumber.
Miles White a season ago, 15 rushes for just under 200 yards. His long was 85. That's a big pickup on that play.
Good size, and he falls forward, man. He's a force to be reckoned with.
So ball on the 41-yard line. First down again for the Brickies. They've had more than a handful today.
Nice block, Miles.
Ball carrier ahead. Tatum with the run here on the left side, out across the 40-yard line up to the 39. So a pickup of 2 on the run for Tatum.
Zane Westerland again in on that one, and again, as we mentioned, with the weapons that they have, and they have the potential to spread you out pretty good, but Westmoreland's always, again, like we said, are always around the football. It's hard to teach that. I don't know if you can teach that, just that knack for being around the football.
Well, the starters we were told coming in for Chesterton, we'll tell you just after this play here. Snap to Tatum, holds the ball, throw into his right. Or moving to his right, throws down the field. There's a flag on the play, and it's incomplete down in the end zone.
He just flipped that like 50 yards. That was a nice...
Yeah, ho-hum, just like watching you play out there.
Yeah.
So penalty marker down. We'll wait to see what that is going to be.
The holding.
And it's going to be holding against Hobart. We mentioned we'll mention the starters here. So for Chesterton, Melton, Violo and Hollingsworth up front, Westerland, Cunningham, and Sherwood, and I believe it is, it's not Dilbeck out there for Chesterton. I believe he is out for the game today. So Semidai is in for him, along with Smith, Prater, Reed, and Robinson defensively for the Trojans.
See how aggressive Hobart wants to get here. Second and very long. Emptied the backfield. Maybe a little bubble screen. Inside handoff.
Fake handoff to Tolliver. Flip over the middle to Cash. Cash across the 50 up to the 45, 40. Gets stopped there, and then he's inside the 40 up to the 39-yard line. Nice run. And just keeping the play moving for Cash.
Nice defense. Nice tackle there by number 12, Bradley Robinson. 6-foot senior. It was about the last line of defense there for Chesterton.
Robinson last year with a interception, 36 total tackles. Cash last year, 9 receptions for just over 100 yards, couple of touchdowns.
He made a couple of nice moves for being a bigger guy there, didn't he?
And he's a very humble young man as well. A lot to be said about him, a lot of positive things from his teammates and his coaching staff. Tatum throw left side, and it'll bounce in there, trying to find his receiver. And we're talking already 3,000 yards in his career.
That's that play. You're rolling out to your left and trying to throw back to your right a little bit. It's hard to get squared up.
His accuracy is right around that 54% mark.
As much as they throw it, that's not bad. Right?
No, not at all.
They really throw the ball around.
He had over 1,300 yards his sophomore season. Over as he punts that one and picked up around the 10-yard line. Here for Chesterton out across the 30. Nice return for Chesterton as Robinson able to bring that one out across 30. So a return of over 20 yards. Not bad. That's what Chesterton needs, some positivity on their side.
Yeah, that wasn't a very good kick. I mean, if you're going to pooch kick it toward the boundary. You know, use the side out of bounds. You have the entire field. And yeah,
so you're saying guys can knock him out of bounds and lessen the return
sure.
as opposed to an open field tackle.
Sure, especially in the middle of the field. And that ended up being like a 6-yard punt, right? I mean, after the return.
So inside near the left, the near hash mark here for Chesterton, they'll take over. Here at the 34-yard line. Boyd looking to his left. This one tipped and intercepted at the 30 and across the 25. And I believe it's Miller in with the interception.
Yeah, second turnover of the game for Chesterton. See if Hobart can take advantage of it. But yeah, you just those are mistakes you just can't have when you're chasing a couple touchdowns.
Well, and if you're Hobart here, well, I'm not as in on football as maybe other sports, and this is not. I didn't play it as a kid or anything like that. But the first thing I notice about Boyd, every single time snap looks left.
Yeah.
There's no fake right to try to even disguise it in that way. So
right.
So instantly you're thinking, okay, let's load the left side. I would think, right?
Yeah, and they've done that with a couple blitzes too.
White with the ball on the right side near the boundary line, and he'll be knocked out of bounds, so the clock will stop with 7:04 left.
Yeah, a little Wildcat look. I bet you're going to see more of that as the weather gets colder. You know what I mean? When you start seeing that snow and wind and rain, you're going to see more Wildcat with him in the backfield.
We're still trying to get through like late summer here. Let's not skip to the terrible weather.
Okay.
Let's not jump seasons here. We got to get some fall and
some colorful leaves.
Yeah.
Make
some chili, sit out and listen to the Region Sports Network. Tatum looking to throw down the field toward the end zone.
He caught it.
Pass is caught for the touchdown.
Nice play. That's what I mentioned earlier. I think they can stretch the defense north-south, right? I mentioned that earlier, and I think that play is there.
And Tolliver with his second touchdown of the game. Tolliver picks up his second touchdown for the Hobart Brickies.
And that's two touchdowns, sorry, Mike. 2 touchdowns off turnovers.
So 20, after INTs. Janda with the kick. And it is good. So
has to go quickly here with one. Gets it off just in time. Looking near sideline, it's caught. James, no, it's not. Trying to put it in his belly. It kicks it out of his own grasp.
Well,
and it's fourth down. It would have been a first down.
Well, he saw that defense. He peeked a little bit and saw that defensive back closing on him very, very quickly, and that just sort of distracted him enough that he dropped the ball.
So the last time we saw Dylan Bisacci on the field, it was a punt to A.J. Summers who muffed it, and Lowell recovered it, but they couldn't capitalize off of it.
No, they couldn't.
Now they had 2 receivers back last time. Now it's just Max Gurnick, the only man back there. Bisacci from his own 13. That's another great punt. And it's going to get a very favorable bounce for the Red Devils. Inside the 30, they're going to let this roll to the 27-yard line before it's down there. That's a heck of a punt from Dylan Bisacci.
I want to say 54-yard punt. And it's funny, I don't know if they could see it in the camera, but there was a coach right on the sideline yelling at the ball, go further, roll, roll, roll.
And
he did get the roll.
That ball landed at the 42 and then kicked all the way down.
Looks like they spotted it on the 27-yard line.
So 1st down and 10, first time for the Bulldogs on offense in this second half. Tice Custody at the commands for CP. And it will be Gurnick, the featured tailback on 1st and 10. Heavy personnel. 3 tight ends in the formation as Gurnick right up the middle. Gets it across the 30. Regular shut, that is actually the ball carrier. Little shaken on the play, and they're going to kill it there after he got to the 33.
Yeah, nice job. I couldn't catch the number. One of the defensive backs came up and made a big hit right there. It was Luke Kowinski with the big tackle right there, but he did gain, looks like 6 or 7 on the play.
6 yards there. Here comes 2nd down and 4. Another inside give again, and this is going to give him 1st down yardage as well. That time it is shut rather. Gurnick did have the 1st down carry.
Yep, they give it to him. They're moving. Let's see. Wait a minute. Hold on. They are. Oh, there they go. They switched. Wait a minute. Come on, make your mind up out there. Let's go.
Now they've pointed. It's always got to be the white hat to do it, right?
Yes,
He's got to be the one. So a 4-yard run, good enough for the 1st down. And they will continue this opening drive with the second half. Crown Point leading 15-7, 10:28 in the 3rd. Another handoff here. Right up the middle goes Braden Shutt. He is gone. Untouched to the end zone to expand the Crown Point lead. A 63-yard run for the senior for his 2nd tutty of the day.
Shutt looked like he was shot out of a cannon on that play. He hit the hole and never was touched by a Red Devil the entire way. And that just shows you kind of the Shutt speed right there. Just ran away from everybody. There was some defensive backs trying to close in on him. It looked like on that play, the up because there was nobody in the middle of the field. The 2 cornerbacks on each side tried to close in on him. No dice. Shutt saw the end zone and turned on the Jets.
So here's Brewer on for the PAT. And that one clanks off the upright and doesn't go. So now it's only a 14-point game if you're Lowell.
That'd be good for a 1st down.
Yeah, but I like that Mike. I like it. You hit the hole there.
Yeah.
He didn't dance around that time, and I like when he gets north-south and hits the hole, gets beyond that first level of the Hobart defense, then make a move because the hole's there.
Yeah, the tackling up front has been really good for the Chesterton starting 5.
Yeah, I love their offensive line up front is getting a little push.
Donahue, Hammond, Galloway, Scooby, and Uzlati. Low snap. Boy.
Oh, that might be a lateral.
That's a lateral, so they're going to blow the play dead.
Oh, wow.
They're blowing.
Sort of working as an arm punt that time for Portage. I bet you Morton wished that he just knocked that one down, but nonetheless, the senior with an offer from Eastern Michigan almost had an interception in that first half, and now he has one in the second.
Yeah, and it hurts, throwing an interception, but also, in all honesty, you give your defense a little bit better field position there with an interception, or as you said, an arm punt. But it's one of those things, again, this is a very fast Morton team. Being pinned in their own side doesn't hurt them, but Portage has shown when they got a lot of field to work with on defense, they have been very, very stifling.
Amari Price and the Morton Governors back to work on offense, leading 14-7 after 2 long passing touchdowns in the first half. Amari Price was dazzling to start week number 1. On play number 1 of the second half, it's a handoff to Mike Walker, and he doesn't have a lot of room to work with.
Looked like they tried to do a little bit of a wham block there with their wide receiver that was essentially lined up as a tight end. Just wasn't as effective as they would love. And, again, this is a Portage defense that's been on the
catch, and we have another brickie down. And we'll have a timeout on the field again.
They look to throw. Gutierrez will pull it himself, and he's taken down at the 24. Summers on the tackle. He got some help in there as well.
3rd down and 6. Big conversion down for, well, it looks like they're going to mark it back to the 23-yard line. So 3rd down and 7. A lot of pressure on a young quarterback to convert a big 3rd down play.
They had a 3rd down conversion there, but Tim James dropped it last drive, so they went 3 and out. 3rd down and 7. Gutierrez, blitz coming. Down he goes, back at the 10.
At number 45.
Garrett Ortiz, his first sack on the season after not having one in 25. And it's a major loss, 13 yards on the play.
There's nothing Gutierrez could do on that one. Just one too many blitzers for the offensive line to pick up. And he just got all over him before he could almost.
You were talking, he almost had 200 in the first half. Looks like he's going to continue that.
Price, he's a 3-sport athlete. In addition to football, he plays baseball and basketball. On the sweep, Mike Walker with nowhere to go, and flags are down.
And one of your favorite Portage Indians was the first one on contact there. Lester Wisby read it from the start, came straight around the edge, made first contact and gave his team time to get there and help out. Looks like the Governors are going to be pushed back.
That was the one thing that really hindered Morton in that first half. They really thoroughly outplayed Portage in terms of yards gained, but a lot of penalties pushed them back, and there were a couple times where they set up Portage with good field position, and on 1st and 10, Morton is moving back.
Yep, and that's one of those things that can kill you in the game of football. If you can keep getting penalized, you can have all the yards you want, but if you don't win the penalty battle and you got over 100 yards of penalty.
This is the best starting field position in the game for either side. Custy on a play action. 1-on-1. Now an extra backer comes in there. He throws towards the near sideline, incomplete. Nothing doing. Great coverage there. Nice backside pursuit. Jerron Cannon was right in the face of the quarterback.
Yes, he was, and he was closing quickly. Custy did the right thing there, just threw it away. He threw it in the vicinity of a
Tatum helping him supply the offense.
I think it was one of those. Tatum knew the backside heat was coming.
Yeah, he got hit as he threw. So just inside the 10, a huge gain for Miller on the play. Miller, the senior, 6'1", 180, using all 6'1" of that frame there. Snap to Tatum. Handoff. Left side, running ahead. The run for Fontanez here for Hobart. Sherwood in on the tackle. Ball down to the 4, so 2nd and goal here for the Brickies. Handoff left side again. Fontenez stopped at the 1 yard line. So now 3rd down coming up here from the 1 yard line. All right, Doug, are you throwing it or are you running it?
I'm giving it back to Fontenez.
Giving it to the number 4.
Yep. You got the
running
line.
back here. Or does Tatum come in here with a sneak?
We got, again, you could do a...
Fontenez stands at the 7 yard line.
little tush push. He
The
did
run
not.
ahead,
He's
and
short.
no official is calling a touchdown yet.
Oh, he got
And
it.
we now have a touchdown.
The Philly special.
And Tatum with the keep.
Pitch like that, as you saw, Lazenby got a little tripped up trying to catch it. Still able to pick up first down, though.
6 yard gain. And Morton back into the red zone. Brought to you by our folks at Wealth Partners on Main, your home team for retiring planning. Securities and advisory services offered through Prospera Financial Services. Member FINRA/SIPC. And it looks like Morton will call timeout and talk things over. We'll step aside here in the 3rd quarter on the Region Sports Network, the only game in town.
The great battle between the Mosquito and Doug Nelson has officially come to an end. And for all of our animal people out there, we're not going to say what exactly. I feel like we got to get a picture of that.
Yeah, we got to post that.
I don't know if we're going to post it because I don't think.
I will. Look at that. Shine your light on that. Massacre.
As we get to the.
My wife is mad at me. She's texting. We got to behave, Michael. So we need to get this straight.
Apologies.
Yes. Sorry, man.
All right. PAT from Janda is blocked.
Blocked again. That's the 3rd block of the night.
We've seen quite a few blocks for Chesterton here. So.
First one because it was a muff snap.
That's right. He didn't get it up in the air, so it doesn't count.
But they still converted it for 2 points somehow because of the athleticism of A.J. Summers. He boots it away, and it's another touchback upon the catch from LeBlanc. Well, they haven't ran a play in the red
Today, 2 running backs in the game, one on either side of the quarterback, Amari Price, who's back to throw into the end zone over everyone, looking for Amir Daniels that time.
Yeah, it looked like Daniels had a little bit of room on the DB, and again, Price tried to get it there. I think him and the wide receiver were just on different wavelengths there. He thought he was going to go to the outside. Receiver kept going straight. Happens every once in a while.
We started the scoring this game on 4th and 11 in quarter number 1, and it was Amari Price to Amir Daniels on a sort of corner route like that. But now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. Same formation for Morton. Mike Walker and Joshua Lazenby are the running backs, and it will be a keeper this time. Price, can he get to the edge? Still on his feet. Dragged down inside the 10, about a yard short of the first.
Yeah, and this is going to be 4th down territory if they don't get the yards here. I think they really want to put the gas down and be able to score. Make it a 2-score game going under 6 minutes in the 3rd quarter. Looks like a little quarterback sneak action.
Price has it.
I think he's still going.
On his feet, inside the 3.
That was a more unorthodox QB sneak than we see nowadays. You know, you got the famous tush push from Philly, and I feel like it's trickled down to all levels of the sport. There it looked more like just a full-out quarterback sweep after the initial contact.
Tush push again. A big pile at the goal line. And it looks like Portage made the stand.
Looks like it's going to be, I think they might have got to the half-inch. Yep, they got to the half-inch yard line. I have a feeling we're going to see either another QB sneak or they might try to do some magic and roll him out or something out of nowhere.
Price has done a little damage with his legs today. 8 carries for 38 yards after that last one.
And that's been the dangerous thing with Price tonight. You know, they've gone to the read option a lot. They've gone to the speed option.
He's the leading rusher for Morton. Now they got him in the gun. 4 wide for Morton, and they only need a yard. Instead, it's Price again with some more space. This time he has the touchdown.
Little quarterback blast action right there. It's still essentially a goal line offense. Your running back's running.
It is James again. Inside run, lowers the shoulder as he's dropped at the 36.
Boy, he lowered the boom and looked like number 50 from his linebacker position.
Derek Nelson with the stop.
Came up and made the tackle, but he did not deliver the blow. James seems like he's always got that momentum going forward and got a great forward lean. When he's about to make contact, he really lowers the boom on a defensive player.
3rd down and 6. Empty formation here for Gutierrez. A quick throw looking far sideline to James, and he overshoots him. It's out of bounds. Can you afford, this is going to sound like a silly question, punt unit here? Yes.
I definitely, you're still in the game, and you just don't want it. You don't want to give Crown Point an easier score than they already are going to get. And again, Crown Point nobody back. They got 3 guys back.
All 11 in front of the sticks.
Yes.
Low snap. Bisacci got it away, and let's see how long this one will roll for. Oh, it's a very favorable roll. And it's going to be touched at the 20. So Bisacci with a good kick there.
About 45-yard punt.
45 yards. So we remind you to stay connected with
Chris Portage really struggled offensively in that first half other than the big touchdown to Sanders. Had a little bit of a drive going to start this second half, but it eventually fell short around the 30. What do they need to do for a better drive here and get back in this one?
I mean, it's something you hear all the time, but they really need to get the run game established. You know, even if they do some power running, some wham blocks, have some guys pull, or even just quick little screens and halfback draws.
Morton kicked that one straight out of bounds around the 30, so Portage again will be set up with some
game.
Brazanovsky, as this is a first down handoff to Shutt. Stutter steps, and he picks up 2. English on the tackle. He's the senior nose tackle. Only had 4 tackles in 2025. He was a backup up front last year.
Good job by the Lowell defense right there. They need to get a 3-and-out right here, get that offense back on the field with 5:17 left in the third quarter.
Chasing 21 points. With the way their defense has been playing, they already have a defensive touchdown tonight. Still is their only touchdown on the day. Not unfeasible, though.
That's right.
2nd and 8. Play action. Custy flushed out to his right, looking to throw. Hesitates, takes it out of bounds. The question is, did he get back to the line of scrimmage or not?
Does not look like it. Looks like it's going to be.
He lost 2.
Yeah, 3rd down and 10.
So he ran out of bounds for a 2-yard loss.
He ran out of room out there. But great job by the secondary. Covering everybody. Everybody well covered down the field. And Krusty did the right thing right there. Just tucked it away. He saw a little bit of an opening. Thought he could get back at least past the line of scrimmage. And great closing speed by a couple of the linebackers for the Lowell Red Devils.
So here comes 3rd down and 10. Back at the original line of scrimmage. 4:54 left in the third quarter. It's a quick give here. It's Shutt lowering his shoulder, but he's taken down a couple yards shy of the 31-yard line, the line to gain. And now what does Coach Buzia do here? Does he try to go for the dagger? It's 4th down and short.
I've got to punt the ball away. I'm in control of this game. Don't give the Red Devils any life. if anything, they're just going to back the quarterback up. He did such a nice job on the last punt. They're going to do a quick punt right here again.
To the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup there.
Yeah, another nice job by Luke Kowinski coming up from his free safety position to make the tackle.
First game of the season. One was a scoop and score last year with Fields out of Michigan City. This year it's Malik Chandler, where Chandler reading the screen perfectly, saw it, and he might get a couple extra yards added on for celebration, but you can't fault the guy, man. When a big guy gets to score, it's hard not to celebrate.
You got to imagine the first touchdown of his career, and you know what? I think Morton will take that penalty. He almost flipped off the helmet that time. He was going nuts in the back of the end zone. It's all Governors right now, 26-7.
He was close to pulling the DJ Moore when he was at on Carolina, where he threw his helmet into the stands after catching that Hail Mary. I think he was just a little overexcited.
Interceptions on back-to-back passes for Bryce Hodges dating back to the last drive.
Clock now starts on an inside give. Bouncing outside. It is Schutt. A lot of room to run. Schutt's looking for his third. He shakes off a tackle at the 30, and he's finally taken down inside the 25 from Cam LeBlanc.
And R.J. Ford downfield making a nice block to spring him for just a few extra yards. Good effort by the wide receiver making a good block down the field. .42-yard run right there. Bulldogs just getting into the groove right here.
They're on the edge of the red zone.
Schutt having a very good game today.
From the 24, he's got 2 touchdowns on the day after he put up 12 rushing touchdowns in 2025. 3 in the backfield to accompany the quarterback. It's a delayed give to Schutt. Cuts it back inside, and he's taken down by Cale Wimberly at the 20, so it's a 4-yard pickup on first down.
That was a very slow, methodical, developing play right there, but it still picked up 5 yards on the play.
They're now officially in the red zone, and they've entered the Wealth Partners Red Zone, sponsored by Wealth Partners on Main and Crown Point. Let them help you achieve your financial goals. Visit wealthpartnersonmain.com for more information. Pistol formation on 2nd and 6. Custy on play fake. Looking over the middle for Connolly. A diving try, but it's incomplete. He had him broken open there on a little inside-out route.
Yeah, Crusty threw a dart right there. There was nobody in the middle of the field for Lowell. He could have just feathered it out there and let the receiver run underneath it. Instead, he chose to throw a bullet right across the middle of the field. And there's a difference between, floating that one out there and letting the receiver run underneath it. If you throw a dart like that, it's got to be perfectly timed.
So 3rd and 6. You are in field goal range. Brewer's career high is 48 yards. This is within his range for sure. Gurnick, the tailback. 3rd and 6, play action here. Custy flushed out to his left. Going to tuck it himself. Headed for the pylon. Tice Custy is...
Yep, they gave it to him.
Touchdown. He just snuck in for the 20-yard score and his first rushing touchdown of the year.
You saw Custy as he was running there. Sometimes you see the guy stick the football out to try and get into the corner of the end zone. He just went for the pylon and took a hit just as he got there. Good job by Custy getting that feel. Everybody for the Lowell defense was.
But they have some work to do, down 20 points here in quarter number 3.
I don't know if you've ever watched the show Ted Lasso on Apple TV, but there's a guy on there called Roy Kent, and his chant is like he's everywhere. It feels like that's been Wisby tonight. I mean, he's been everywhere on defense, making plays on kickoff return now, making plays on offense as a wide receiver too. So it just feels like he is all over the field tonight.
Well, we're going to name some awards at the conclusion of today's game. One of them, the Proud Union Home Play of the Game. Here's Gibbs, straight up the gut for 3. I'm between 2 plays for that play of the game, either that pick 6 from Candler or that 81-yard touchdown back in the first quarter to Lazenby. Both plays for Morton.
think it's hard. A normal pick six from that spot, you're like, okay, it's awesome, but it is what it is. But when it's a big man touchdown, especially the biggest defensive lineman they have, I mean, it's hard not to like that more than an 81-yard touchdown.
3:20 to go in quarter number 3, 2nd and 7. Hodges to throw, rolling out with time outside for Sanders, who has the catch and a bit of a run afterwards. He's dragged down about a yard short of the first.
And that's really what they need to do a lot with that young quarterback in Bryce Hodges. I mean, he's shown the ability to get out there and scramble if need be. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's got the legs necessarily of Price, but also he's still able to get some yards out of it. You roll him out, gets a wide receiver open sometimes because the linebacker comes down and tries to get him.
Hodges has struggled today, 4 completions on 14 attempts, but he's just a sophomore making his first varsity start today. Gibbs on 3rd and 1, he'll pick up the first.
That was a great run by Gibbs there. He hesitated a little bit, waited for the gap to open. As soon as the gap opened, he shot it. And, I mean, he did a good job of getting the first down there on 3rd and short.
Portage, 3 quarterbacks on their roster. Hodges is the youngest one. The other 2 are juniors. But he has shown flashes today, and come next year in his senior year, he could be one of the better QBs in the region. He's shown some promise here.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely shown some promise, and, it's
up for Wisby, incomplete, knocked away by Zaire Smith.
And he doesn't have a bad arm either. I mean, he's getting the ball where it needs to be necessarily down the field, and it looked like Wisby was going to come down with it for a second, but DV at the last second got a hand up again.
Zaire Smith has been working hard out there. He's got an offer to Eastern Michigan. Transferred here from the state of Wisconsin, and he has an interception today and 2 PBUs.
Yeah, I mean, he's, again, been all over the field, and especially with Chandler out on defense right now.
2nd and 10.
Bennett, not Chandler.
Burleson the back with a nice carry straight between the tackles, and he's still dragging defenders. This guy is hard to bring down.
Yeah, and it's hard because, Gibbs has had some really good hard runs, but it feels like with Burleson, he's been able to find the gap a little bit more on the inside zone plays. Gibbs has shown promise, but so has Burleson. I mean, they've got a really, really dual-headed backfield right now between those two.
This is a running back tandem that could give some teams in the DAC some problems. Morton,
sure.
We've talked about it. They're one of the better teams in the 4A group. 3rd and 5. Burleson back in the game. He gets the carry, bouncing to the outside. Nowhere to go on the stretch run. No gain. And it's going to be a 4th down upcoming for Portage. You got to imagine they're keeping the offense out.
Yeah, they're definitely going to keep them out. I mean, you're down 3 scores at this point. You need to get something going. But also, it's kind of hard. You want to get something going, but also you want to be strategic about it. I like the call going for it on 4th down right now just because, again, it's going to make their life a lot easier if they get it. And even if they don't, you still leave a lot of field left for this Morton team.
Under a minute to go in the 3rd. 4th and 4. Play clock winding down for Portage. 5 seconds to snap the ball. 3, 2, 1, and delay a game.
They might have got it. They did not get the timeout. Didn't see a flag come out for a second.
It's a rough penalty right there on 4th down, getting pushed back even further.
Yeah, it's going to make it 4th and 9. It looked like they were going to go with a little bit of power run there. They had 2. Looked like they had Shane Hill and another guy right there in the backfield ready to get them.
.35 seconds to go. And Portage, they need a first here to keep any hope alive in this game. Low snap, play action. Hodges deep over the middle, incomplete. Morton will take over.
Looked like that ball came out a little weird of his hands. I mean, there was no receiver really in the area. Maybe there, Aiden Sanders was there, but just not a great throw. But, again, this has been a Portage defense that's been pretty electric tonight for the most part. But if Morton's able to sustain a long drive again, can the Portage defense hold up? Because you do got a lot of guys playing both ways, it seems, as far as in the secondary. on this Portage defense. You've got Burleson out there, you got Shane Hill out there, and you've also got Wisby out there still.
22 seconds to go in the third. Morton looking to put this one completely out of reach. 13-0, they've outscored Portage in this third quarter. A long touchdown drive capped off by a QB sneak from Amari Price, and then the pick six from the defensive end, Malik Candler. Price with a pitch this time. Getting to the outside, Anthony Clark. 5 yards on the carry, and it looks like that'll take us to the fourth.
Hill did a really good job on that, too. He was going for the quarterback and was able to change direction real quick when the ball got pitched. Able to make a play there. I'm interested to see what Portage does coming out in the fourth quarter now.
Put your fours up, folks. Final quarter coming up next. You've been watching Football Night.
Degrees at kickoff.
And let's do a quick scoreboard update.
Let's do it. It's sponsored by our friends at Strack and Van Til, your favorite Indiana-made grocery store. And what are the updates from across the region?
We got Fairfield 36, Calumet 14. We have Maryville in the third quarter still 14-7 against Andran. So Andran hanging. Griffith 42, Highland Trojans 7.
There's some Highland fans in the company that I'm sure will be intrigued by that.
Yeah. Hobart 14, Chesterton 0 late in the third quarter.
Gutierrez, pressure coming immediately. Heaves it down the left sideline. No one there. Again, out of the tackle box, though.
There is nobody in the vicinity.
There was no doubt, though, he got that ball across the line of scrimmage.
Yes. He almost threw it into the bleachers.
So after they do pick up a first down, but it stalls out at the 28.
They go backwards for 3 plays. It's going to be 4th down and 13.
So Gurnick returns. Play clock gets reset with 20 seconds left in the quarter. Bisacci, another punt attempt for him today. This one not as deep as his earlier ones. It's going to take a bounce. Got to be careful if you're Crown Point. And this will roll inside the 40 and will halt at the 37-yard line where it is there touched by Gage Wim.
Throw over the middle. It's caught by Matthew Candler across the 40. He has a first down. But last year, they went 6-3. They were ranked in the top 10 almost the entire year. Made it to the sectional round. They did lose to Maryville, who eventually went on to make it to the state championship game. But this team has almost everyone back on offense, and they're looking for a great year here in 2026.
Yeah, and Price has been doing a terrific job with pressure in his face of getting rid of the ball.
He does so again that time, straight over the middle to Candler again.
Yeah, and he just threaded the needle there. He put it right in between the 2 linebackers out there. I believe it was Burleson, and I think it might have been Tegan Fuentes.
Price now, 15 completions on 21 attempts, 210 yards. He has 2 touchdowns through the air and 1 with his legs. He was the everyday starter last year as a true freshman, and as a sophomore, he looks to be taking a big jump. 2nd and 6 from the 49. It's Price to throw. Deep down the sidelines for Marcus McBride, but the pass is intercepted. Making a big play that time, Apoltrius Gibbs.
Really great play there, and kind of an errant throw. I mean, you had 3 DBs there. If he airs it out a little bit more, I think his receiver gets under it and is running for the end zone. But, you know, starting out the year, he's been doing really good. First kind of mistake of the year, and really the first mistake, or second mistake of the game, necessarily. He almost had an errant pick earlier. This time Portage is able to come down with it.
It was actually Sherrod Wainwright on the interception. He's number 0. I thought he was number 8. So Wainwright with the first takeaway of the season for Portage. Fun fact for you, Chris, Portage went 0-10 last year. They didn't have a single interception all of last year. So they're already on the board with 1 here in 2026.
They already have more interceptions than the Jets last year, too.
Well, they got D'Angelo Ponce now, so that should change. Hodges trying to escape the sack, but he cannot. Dragged down about a yard short of the line to gain. A couple of guys who were in there. Malik Candler, who had a half sack earlier, probably gets another half sack there.
I think he might have made he almost made it back to the line of scrimmage. It is going to be another sack.
So Malik Candler now with a full sack and a pick six to his line. Have yourself a day, big fella. Might be looking at him for that blue-collar player of the game.
Yeah, he's...
Crown Point offensive line starting to take control of this game.
Gain of 7 on the play.
All right, well, they've been in control since the beginning of this third quarter.
Pistol formation. Custy will pull it from Gurnick. Connects short with Mulaski at the line to gain. They're going to say he's a yard short. Or no, he just got it. Nice job. Cooper Mulaski, his first catch of the day.
Well, after he had that drop at the end of the third quarter, I'm sure Coach Bazia said, let's get him the ball, make it a simple, easy catch, get his confidence up. First time playing tight end position. Last year he was sharing time with Custy at the quarterback position.
Now the full-time starting tight end. 9 games a year ago across quarterback and receiver. Custy on another play fake. Looking to take a shot, will check it down instead. That ball was nearly intercepted, but it was caught by Zadolkowski to midfield. It's a 3-yard pickup. How in the world did he catch that ball?
I don't know. Luke Kowalski was closing in on it and just went right through his hands, and the receiver was able to make the catch.
From midfield, Crown Point so far in this second half, 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
They're a juggernaut.
They have won 36 consecutive regular season games. Gurnick powering forward, and he'll have first down yardage.
Looks like they're going to mark it right at the down the gain, and yes, the officials are signaling it. And Gurnick just picked and chose his hole right there. And then once he got into that hole, God, you see that acceleration?
He was one of the Doolin's best. He was tied for the conference lead in rushing touchdowns back in 2025 with 12 of them. Still seeking his first. The number 2 on the depth chart, Schutt's got 2 today. Here's Gurnick looking for his first, powering off the left side of the tackle. And he gets to the 39-yard line, a good gain on first down.
Yeah, big push right there by the offensive line. And Gurnick just tried to find a hole inside and just kept bouncing it outside. And then once he got to the tight end, just turned it upfield and got a nice gain on first down, staying ahead of the chains.
They're going to take their sweet time, roll some clock, inside 9.5 to play. Up by 28 points. It's 35 unanswered for the Bulldogs in case you missed it. Lowell struck first in a scoop and score that felt like it was 2 years ago at this point in the game. They go pistol with Gurnick as the featured tailback. He gets the call. Second down, right side running, flag on the play as he cuts it up the field. He has first down yardage, but we'll see if it stands.
Yes, it's going to be a holding call. Good call by the official right at the line of scrimmage. It looked like one of the linemen just got beat trying to recover his block to the outside and grabbed a hold of the shirt and tried to slow his defensive man down. And the official caught his hand in the cookie jar.
10-yard penalty from the spot.
Yeah, it looked like it was
take him to the 49.
It looked like it was about a yard downfield.
So they're going to say it was the foul occurred at the line of scrimmage.
Let's see. There was a 10-yard penalty. So let's see. 6, so about 3 or 4 yards downfield. So it's going to be second down and about 16 on the board.
Play action. Custy forced out again. Jump ball nearly intercepted. Connolly in the intended target. It was broken up by the out.
This one completely out of reach. Play action for Amari Price. Rolling out, throwing short, and in and out of the hands of the receiver.
Receiver was, again, wide open. You know, it was a good throw. Just receiver wasn't able to come down with it necessarily. Might have been a little too high, but overall a decent throw by all means.
He was looking for number 10 that time, Zaire Smith, who's mostly been used as a DB, but getting a chance that time at receiver. Those might be DB hands.
He had an interception earlier, so, well, two almost intercept, or a second almost interception.
That sounds like an insult, but he's a terrific defensive back. He's got a Division I offer.
Yeah, he's been terrific out here tonight. I mean, even if he hasn't necessarily picked off the ball a lot, he's been breaking up every pass he can.
Definitely a talented player. 2nd and 10. Price with a handoff to Walker. Nope, he keeps it. Price still moving up across the 15 and close to a first down with a carry of about 9.
That was a good little read option there. Defensive end bit on the running back, pulled it right away. Able to get almost a first down. It's going to be 3rd and short.
I'll tell you, this Morton team will be competitive at the 4A level this year, but next year they'll have Price in his 3rd year starting as a quarterback. They'll have Cordero Bennett back as a senior. Amir Daniels will be a senior. Most of these players that are making all the plays for Morton are not seniors.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge thing, too, and especially moving down in division when you're able to compete with Maryville.
Walker to the outside. Can he get the corner? Yes, he can, but flags are down behind the play.
I'd say I hate to rain on your parade, Quincy, but I think this one's coming back. Have a strong feeling about it, as I saw a defensive lineman with his hands up in his jersey about 10 yards behind him.
You wonder why did the running back have a giant lane that time?
It looked like a defensive end was going to get him. Where'd he go?
Walker hasn't really had any room to run. He's been the only guy that's been kept under wraps by Portage. This is a guy where if you get him in space, he is fast. He's actually the fastest man in the region. He won the Northwest Indiana Regional in the 100-meter dash, 10.53 seconds.
Yeah, and that's incredible.
That is fast.
That is booking it. Oh, and it looks like they're doing the Chiefs offense.
Ring around the rosy right now for Morton on 3rd and 12. Price to Walker again. There goes that speed. Mike Walker cannot quite break a tackle at the second level, but he does have a carry of about 8 that time. That's the longest run he's had today. Like we said, he's been held for not too many yards today. That's now 7 carries and just 19 yards. He's a guy that you got to get him in space because he's 5'7", 154 pounds. He's not really going to run over a guy between the tackles, but, I mean, that speed is no joke when he gets outside.
Yeah, definitely. And, I mean, it's one of those things, too. It's kind of hard because, you know, you want your speedy back to still be able to run between the tackles, but you've got to have good blocks, and this Portage defense has done a good job of closing in when they're trying to run inside. But when you get him to the outside, it seems like he can just outrun everybody sometimes.
Morton with the offense still on the field. Instead, they'll call timeout and talk things over before 4th down. All 3 running backs for Morton have gotten their fair share of touches, either in the pass game or in the run game. Joshua Lazenby had the big play to regain the lead for Morton, that 81-yard screen back in the first quarter. Anthony Clark has had a strong day as well, 2 catches for 41 yards. Really, the only 2 guys that really haven't done much for Morton were the 2 guys that we were really looking for as difference makers today. Cordero Bennett, the big receiver with offers to Indiana, Auburn, Ole Miss.
Yeah,
6'5", 205. He has 2 catches for 7 yards.
I think a lot of it goes back to, again, like we were talking about earlier, the defense has really keyed in on him. But even with him being out the second half, I mean, they've been able to get their receivers in space. I think Bennett was more of a threat on defense, really, at safety, kind of being a roaming safety, being able to be a robber, or necessarily just close in on a play real quick.
And we saw Bennett go down with an injury in the first half, but it looked like he was going to come back near the end of that second half. So I'd imagine with this game in firm control of Morton, they'll probably keep him on the sidelines. That's a guy that you're going to need going forward, and he looks like he's going to be healthy enough for week 2. On 4th and 6, Price over the middle, caught, breaking off tackles and reaching for the end zone. Matthew Candler, he'll fall just a couple yards short.
Seems like both the Candler brothers the Candlers are having a good game today. Matthew's been making some big catches out there, as well as you also have Malik on the other side that's just been a home wrecker essentially on defense. I mean, he's been doing everything to stop this Portage offense.
1st and goal from the 1. And Morton into the end zone again.
And that's going to be 2 rushing touchdowns now for Price. We got 4 touchdowns on the day for.
That's all. They got to throw a curveball out there every once in a while, right?
High snap. They give it off. James shakes off 1 tackle, sheds a second before he's tripped up by Ouden at the 41.
Yeah, Ouden, nice job. Shoestring tackle right there. Looked like James had some open field if he broke away from that tackle.
5-yard gain. And now up steps another 3rd down. That was Gutierrez's best throw of the night. I think that's a better throw that he made just then than the deep ball he had to Eisen in the first half. Agree or disagree?
Yes, I agree.
3rd and 5, 6:42 to go and counting. 4 down territory here for the Red Devils. Design keeper goes nowhere, ball out, and it's picked up by Crown Point.
I think the officials are going to say he was down. It looked like his knee hit the ground.
The officials are coming together. We're still waiting for an official signal, and they are going to give it to Crown Point. Ouden on the recovery. And there's your takeaway for the Bulldogs in this one.
That's the first one of the night. For Lowell's first fumble of the game. I think it's, the 4th turnover between the 2 teams?
So Ouden with the fumble recovery. It is the 5th turnover.
Oh, 5th turnover, all right. 4 for Crown Point?
3 and 2.
3 and 2, okay, there we go.
Because technically the whole missed field goal debacle turned into a turnover on downs. I'm just a stats guy. I mean, I did journalism. I'm not good at stats. That's why I'm in journalism. So 1st and 10 from the 45. Ouden is a senior who did not play on the varsity team last year. So how about that for a varsity debut?
Nice.
Good run for shut. And it's for 6 yards into Lowell territory.
Lowell defensively starting to wear down. The second half has just been all Crown Point offense and defense as well.
Second and 4. That one deflected and incomplete.
Well, it looked like the defensive back, number 8 for the Lowell Red Devils, came up, tipped the ball. Eisen. And then the wide receiver the ball went right through his hands and bounced off his helmet.
Or the 3 W adjectives we used during halftime: weird, wacky, wild. That play qualifies for it. 6:01. It's a handoff to Cesar Torres, and he's got first down yardage to the 43-yard line. His first carry of the game is a 6-yard pickup. And moves the sticks.
Yeah, there we go. We got Chase Horton in the game now. Number 10. Wait a minute. We have two number 10s on the roster. Which one is the backup quarterback?
There's 10 Chase Horton, so you nailed it. So Horton in, a junior who played in limited time a year ago. He was 12 for 19 throwing the ball, but he's just going to give it off. Torres again, trying to climb to the second level. That's 2 impressive runs. And
here we go. Got a flag after the play. A couple guys getting tangled up on the outside.
It was
pushing and shoving.
Zach Clark, who's the tackle, and Jerron Cannon of Lowell. I think they're going to give it on Clark. It looks like Clark was the one who instigated and then finished the job there.
I would just call it offsetting.
We'll see. Here's the official announcement. Well, the lesson that every parent out there learns is I don't care who started, it's about who finishes and who retaliates.
And who gets caught.
Yeah, exactly. So Clark got caught, and it cost them 15.
Yes, it did. And it's always the guy that retaliates that gets caught.
Can you tell that we all have younger siblings?
Oh, we got another penalty out there.
Dan's giving me on. That's Craig Buzia who just got the penalty there. I think he's arguing what any sibling in America is like, well, he started it. That's the argument there. Coach obviously going to back up his guy there in that spot. So that's a warning. So next time it's a 15 on top of it. So it drives them back to the 48 on the wrong side of the field, but they lead by 28.
The second down and 19.
Horton, the quarterback, Torres, the tailback. More of the twos starting to make their way on the field here for Crown Point. Torres up the gut. Wow, he broke off a couple and spins his way back to the original line of scrimmage.
Well, just a nice put your head down and run straight ahead. Pick up a 9 on a play. 3rd down and 10. With 5 minutes left in the game and running.
3rd down and 10. So it takes them back. So it's a 9-yard pickup there. Third and 10. Play action. Horton to pass. Going deep ball. Got a man open. Zylokowski's got it. And he's dragged down inside the 5. Chase Horton's first throw is a pretty ball. And it's goal to go.
You know the nice thing about that ball? He floated it out there and let the receiver adjust to the ball.
All the way down to the 3, a 40-yard gain.
What a great catch right in stride. Horton looks like he's fighting for a little more time action, and now bad snap.
And Horton falls on it back at the 18-yard line. Let's see where they're actually going to put it back at the 16. Anyways, this is the Retirement Red Zone, sponsored by Well Partners on Main. Visit wellpartnersonmain.com and start building your retirement playbook. So a loss of 13 on the play. So they go back actually to the 17, so it's a loss of 14 on the play. Gets worse.
It's 2nd down and goal.
Because that makes sense. So here's Horton with Torres as the tailback. Horton on a play fake. Drops off. It's Molaski inside the 5. Molaski to the end zone. No, he's down at the
1-inch line.
They said he stepped out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Molaski. They got the fireworks going on the screen, but wait a minute.
They signaled him down at the 1, unless they've corrected it.
Well, let's see.
They did send the special teams out.
All right, they give him they gave him the touchdown.
They did. The near side officials said out of bounds at the 1-yard line. But either way, Molaski's got a touchdown now, and Horton's got a touchdown pass.
Silences the Portage crowd.
I don't know about you, Quincy, but I can almost give the blue-collar player of the game to both Zaire Smith and Malik Candler. They've both just been the standout players on defense today, creating big plays and big stops when needed.
Yeah, that guy is a major defensive back. The senior spent 3 years in Waukesha, Wisconsin. And he moved 2 states south. I wonder if he just moved or what. But, I mean, this guy, he'll be playing at the Division I level. He's got an offer to play at Eastern Michigan.
Could see maybe more offers trickle in through the year with the way he's been playing tonight especially. But he chose a heck of a summer to move to Northwest Indiana, that's for sure.
Price looking to escape the sack, but he's dragged down. It's Kyron Merritt in there for the sack.
Good play by Merritt, not letting him get away, held on to his leg. Good job by Horton's quarterback as well, trying to get away. Didn't try to throw anything, didn't give up the ball. At this point, it's just run the clock out.
2nd and 20, a 10-yard loss that time. Here's Lazenby bouncing to the outside for 5 yards.
Seems like this Morton backfield's going to be kind of a split time between Lazenby and Walker back there. Walker more of that speed back, get out in space, and Lazenby more of that bruiser kind of running back. He's kind of been more in between the tackles tonight.
I mean, he's quick, too. He had that big touchdown earlier. Here's another big play. Marcus McBride down the sideline with blockers, and he's going to go all the way. The Morton Governors are here in 2026.
1 second. There's a lot of whistle blowing. The quarterback had his hands up. I don't think there's a...
There's a flag way back at the 30-yard line at the line of scrimmage. It might be, I don't know. The referee, I saw the one official go to the other one and make sort of like a dragging motion.
I think he was saying holding maybe in that point. It is a holding. That is a huge penalty right there after a huge touchdown.
And the flag is down on the near side of the field.
So it
was
a holding.
McBride ran all the way to the other side of the field, so that was completely away from the play.
Wondering if maybe just some words were exchanged and, a little aggression was released. But, that's a really costly penalty. It's not as if they got a holding on the play side that opened up the hole or anything like that. It's a hold that didn't really affect the play at all.
So it'll be 3rd and long upcoming for the Governors. Still, though, my point stands. This team's going to be a force in the 4A level. Though Morton and Hobart, it's going to come down between those two most likely for who comes out of the 4A sectional. Here's Mike Walker looking to get outside, but he is dragged down. Forward progress stopped that time. Loss of 2. But you can't forget about Lowell in that 4A conversation, and even a Hanover as well. I believe Hanover is 4A.
I think so as well. I could be mistaken in that.
I think they are 4A. So, that sectional is going to be tough. Morton, Hobart, Lowell, Hanover, all of those are in the RSN top 10.
I mean, Hobart's a very physical team where Morton's going to get a lot of teams. It's just the speed. I mean, we just saw their McBride essentially go on a track race down the sideline, beating every angle that was going at him.
Morton will punt this one away.
I believe that's their first punt of the night.
That'll be downed at the 48. 2 minutes and 47 seconds left for Portage. I think, I would say Hobart most likely the favorite there, but I mean, Lowell and Hanover are always going to be really good teams. But these Morton Governors, look, they could be as good as any team.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how the playoff lineup gets set.
Now, what's interesting is Morton plays in the GLAC, the Great Lakes Athletic Conference. There's only 3 teams in that conference. Hammond Central, Hammond Morton, and East Chicago. And Morton they should pick up wins over those other 2 teams. And then they sort of act like an independent team because they have to play those 2 conference games, and then they sort of are free to make their schedule how they see fit. So next week, they take on Chesterton.
That'll be an intriguing game, I think, especially with the way Hobart's playing. That could be kind of a see into the future of.
Well, those 2 played at Chesterton last year, and the Trojans won by 1 point.
I do remember that. It was a close game.
But then you look at the rest of their schedule. They play Unity Christian, Byron Center, Phelan Academy. If I'm being honest with you, those are 3 teams I've never heard of. Probably not Northwest Indiana teams. And then they play Sterling. That team is out in Western Illinois. That team is almost in Iowa. And then they play Hammond Central, and then October 9th they take on Hobart at home, which will be a big game.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be a huge game. It could be a look into the playoffs, too. It looks like Portage has made a change at quarterback.
It's Amari Johnson who is taking some snaps for Portage, the 5'10", 165-pound junior.
I think they've they're giving Hodges the night off for the rest of the night. At this point, game's out of hand. It's under 3 minutes left. It's a 4-score game at this point. It's going to be hard to come back. It's not impossible, but also, it's going to be a hard one to fight back on.
2nd and 13. Handoff Gibbs around the edge looking for space, galloping across the 40, 15 yards on that carry.
And they're going to get an extra 15 there for a horse collar as well, it looks like. That might be Gibbs' best run of the night right there. I think he might have.
It is. He was stuck at 9 yards before then, and really, that's not a testament to him being a bad running back. It's Morton has been all over him up front. I mean, that really was the only time he's had any room to breathe.
Yeah, and it was an outside sweep, essentially, get him out in space. He's shown he's got some speed under him, and especially, when a big guy like that gets running, it's going to be hard to bring him down. But, I mean, this Morton defense with 3 defensive linemen has just made life hard on this Portage offense.
12 carries, 24 yards for Gibbs.
Oh, it's a personal foul on the offense, actually. I misspoke on the horse collar earlier. It looked like the flag came out as Gibbs went down, getting brought down from the back. So I thought it was going to be a horse collar, but he might have seen him block her downfield doing something a little extra after the play maybe, or during the play.
So it'll be 2nd down upcoming. It was a 15-yard carry by Gibbs, but then a 15-yard penalty after the play, it looked like. Under 2 minutes to go now.
I think they rolled it during the play because it's 2nd down now instead of 1st.
Well, here's Gibbs, and it looks like he just got those exact same yards back that looked like the same carry.
A little bit different because a little bit more inside. Didn't go as far outside beyond the tackle. But it looks like they're going to bring him off for a play or two and put in Carmelo Hunter in, junior running back.